with the China government, man.
Okay, the Chinese government is very interesting because so I tend to watch sometimes, not all the time. I tend to watch Chinese animation, donghua.
Yeah,
Trust
Gross.
me, some of them are better animated than some of the fucking
yeah.
anime I watch. But besides the point, literally, um, why can't I think? Anyways, so yeah, they're over here just like, oh yeah, you can't have gay shit, so you have to be very subtle about it. I'm like, fucker, give me gay people.
You can't even have blood. They make it white so it look like semen. It's like, what the fuck's going on?
Wow.
It's
They
so weird. I'm
can
like,
they
your
can't even
censoring is
allow
weird,
skulls.
guys.
They can't even allow skulls in movies. Apparently, that's a
Speak,
thing.
speaking of cooking, I learned to cook catfish today.
Ooh.
Yeah, he tried to kill me.
Oh, that was with no,
Did,
that's sea scallops. Those, those,
This is Jake trying to score some points with Rogue because she loves catfish. Yeah, I know you know that, Jake.
listen.
Jake does not
Sure.
care about Rogue.
Uh,
This bitch is showing that she's all looks and nothing else.
but at least listen, I know if I die, she'll get vengeance for me. All right, that's all I know.
I don't want. Look, that's what the Avengers about. You tell the Avengers they'll avenge
Yeah, we can
you.
avenge.
Yeah. Jake, if only there was a team that's literally about avenging, right?
When
You
when
know,
was the last time the Avengers avenged somebody? All right, when was the last
They
Oh no,
avenged
no,
half the
all the time,
universe.
really.
They avenged
All the
half the
all the time.
universe. They avenged
The
half the
Avengers only
universe,
come
Jake.
together because they had to avenge somebody died, and they all just popped up at the same time.
I like
Yeah.
I like the idea that Captain America won't assemble the Avengers until like a single soul has died on the battlefield. He's like, all right, that's enough. Call the team in.
No, you're joking. That's literally what
Hey,
usually what happens. You're like someone dies, and then like five
hey,
people show up, and they're like, "Oh, I guess we're the Avengers now."
hey! First responders don't act until an emergency happens, Jake. What are you going to blame the fire department for? Like, hey, why don't you go prevent fires? Why are you instead of just
If,
commemorate them for stopping the fires? You
if
know.
someone dies in a fire, do we call the Avengers so they can avenge them by killing the fire?
It depends on if we
No,
have a water person on our team.
Okay.
and the alien invasions count on the Avengers. All right.
I just I just want to know how much vengeance do we get from the Avengers?
Hmm.
I want to know.
Look, bro, look. If the Avengers are the first step, and if they fail, you call Ghost Rider.
All right, that seems like a deal. Oh hey audience, we didn't see you there.
Okay.
Is it
Oh
time?
Hey,
shit. Oh hey.
thanks for
Sorry, I
joining
was
us,
looking at my
audience.
gay shit. Let's fucking go.
Yeah. All right,
Don't
guys.
worry.
You want to get started?
Yeah.
We have
All
no
right.
choice.
Well, let me start us off. Welcome to Comic Fanatic Live. You're here with me, Cryptid Seeker 415. Hoping you all had a happy Memorial Day, and thank you to all who have been serving and have served this country.
I had
So,
work.
mhm.
I
My
didn't
name
even
is my name is
That's
Jake
actually serving the
Tylenol.
country.
My name is Jake Tylenol, the second to last son of Krypton. And I
Ooh.
got this to say, Clark. Maybe Lois ain't the one. I'm just saying.
Oh, God.
She ain't
I
never,
really want to hear this.
bro.
I want to
He
hear this.
literally just his Mary Jane to say says well, they've been together a long time. I guess that's who he belongs with. It's the same argument because they
And
refuse to do
for
anything else with these characters. But Ace Comics, I didn't watch the show, so I can't even talk about it anyways. Ace Comics 3685, I believe. I don't remember. To be
okay.
this is the worst week of Spider-Man comics I've seen in my life.
Oh, don't get me
Also,
started.
Paladins is better than Overwatch, by the way.
I'm Richter, also known as the Witch of Jotunheim, pronouns they, he, and yeah, I've been reading Mad Cave. It's a pretty good manga, especially if you like Monster Men and gore. So go read
Well, if we
it.
like gay shit.
It has a lot of gay shit in there, but
All
there's
right,
also
that's all I
gore.
wanted to hear.
Mhm.
Loving gore, consensual loving gore. I
Yep,
don't know. I'm
yep,
only
yep.
on chapter 5, so I got time.
But listen, together we form the Fanatics, and we talk about the news and reviews of the week. We also have socials, allegedly. So I'm gonna ask Which what he thinks about that.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I did hear that rumor, and if it is to believe, you should subscribe to the YouTube channel because follow what the rumor says. Listen, Everything is true on the internet. Wink wong. Just kidding. But you can also follow us on Twitter at Comic Fanatic 69. Guess who created that username? Yeah, boy. Yeah, no, I did. No doubt about that. Yeah, you can also follow the Twitter because that's where you get all the updates and other
Yay.
random shit we post on occasion. Anywhoosies, you can follow me on Twitter at Witch of Yotin with an E instead of a U because, why not? Yeah, you can also follow me on TikTok and Instagram at witch_up_Jotunheim. I did post a new art on there, and it's for the 20th anniversary for a comic book character that only has 17 appearances. Yeah. And if you guys were wondering,
Sweet
it's 1610 North Star. 1610 North Star. 2 days ago, it was his birthday, so his 20th birthday.
Oh. Okay, sweet 18th. Okay, nice.
No, sweet 20th, bro. It was his 20th.
Oh, okay. Okay, 20.
Anywhoosies, if you want to find Jake, he's on a random piece of debris on Krypton. I don't know how we got a Wi-Fi signal out there, but you know what? Pop off. If you want to find Austin, he's the piece of debris that Jake is on. I don't know how both of you guys got a Wi-Fi point, but you know what?
Yeah, we got the Kryptonian hotspot. Don't worry.
Which just called us Vlad from Danny Phantom. We literally how he ended up in the space on a rock, flying around.
Anyway, if you want to find Cryptid, he's not on any piece of debris. However, he is just chilling out with his sweet potatoes. Did you say it was with the yams?
Yeah.
I make use of sweet potatoes.
They're sweet potatoes. Hey, I make use of the American land I have.
Yeah,
so.
This is what happens when you aren't chilling with the crew in the schoolyard.
Anywhoosies, if you're wondering where I am currently chilling out in Jotunheim because, unlike some of these nerds, I know to stay away from the danger, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You don't get it. I want to die.
I mean, same, but at least I could die in a place I want to die.
God dang.
I'm not going to die in fucking shitty-ass, oven-ass Arizona.
I just want the danger room to earn me, okay?
Anywhoosies, yeah, that's the rumor, allegedly. You should probably listen to it.
Oh, yeah, I guess, when we started off, I want to say something first, because I forgot to say it, and we didn't mention it.
What?
So, did you know Marvel is moving forward the X-Men film now because the 97, like they fully announced it?
The X-Men film? Wait, what X-Men film?
Remember, they were going to do an X-Men film. It was supposed to come out way after, like Phantom Four, wherever Secret Wars ended up being and stuff. But they're putting it in production now. They're going ahead and pushed it forward.
Well, I mean, I always knew we were going to get the X-Men at some point. I mean, there's been like one. They're
supposed to be the first movie after Secret Wars, and now it seems like they're going to be coming out before Secret Wars.
They were like, Feige, you didn't tell us the X-Men make money.
I think it's more that 97 showed them that they can push an agenda without it breaking the show if you do it, correctly.
If you thread that needle, after all, and you make something for the fans, like
audience, just to let you know, this isn't a topic. They just went on this tangent.
Yeah.
Well, it should have been a topic, but I forgot to post it. That's why I brought it up first.
You had
this was down like 3 days ago.
You had a week, Austin, to get for me on that.
I ain't think about it. I ain't think about it, man. I feel like really right now. But that's all I want to say.
I mean, we could still talk about it if you guys want. Like, what do you think of this news?
I think of nothing. I think that it's going to happen, and we'll be there when it happens.
Whenever it happens.
I'm worried. I'm worried they're rushing it because we already know some of their, main things they want to do. More female focus, even though that's like typical X-Men, really. Despite what people think about X-Men. Even 97 was primarily female focused.
I just have one major request. Is that they don't make Wolverine the center of attention when it comes to the X-Men in the MCU. That's my only thing.
I don't think they will.
That's my only thing. And let's just see who the roster is, because I know damn well if I get an Alpha Flight movie or a show, they're gonna fuck it up hard. So I'm not even gonna
I think they should
Um,
play it safe and do the original 5 and just actually try to follow the comics to a degree. Since
yeah, that
97
would be
showed you that
cool.
it's successful. Who
Yeah,
thought
that would
following the
that
comics
would
makes money?
yeah, that would be cool. And to go on to your point about like, maybe female focus, in the X-Men's case, I could kind of see that because when you think of like, okay, who are the most popular female heroes in Marvel, right? Typically, it's the majority of the women in the X-Men, They're the ones
Did
who
you
tend
know
to stand alone.
until
Yeah.
X Men versus the Humans, Storm was considered more popular than Wonder Woman?
Okay, I could believe that. I mean, heck, I think the reason why she's getting her own book, right, is because like Marvel Comics were like asking retailers, who's the hottest X-Men character right now, and I don't know if they made it clear in saying who's the hottest in terms of the most attractive or who's the hottest in terms of popularity. Best thing about Storm, she's both check boxes. So yeah, that's why she got her comic, or
And
that's
plus,
why she's
Storm is
getting
just a
her.
cool character. Anyways,
There you go.
she the best.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, let's hope they could thread this needle, audience. Pulling for them. And audience, don't be disappointed if your favorite mutant isn't in the film just because there's just too many mutants to be
There's
bringing
a
out.
million of them. Y'all got to get
I
fucking
would
over it. It's a
exactly do the
million of
same.
them.
Yeah. Yep.
House of
I
M
would
was the
exactly
best thing to happen to mutants because it narrowed it down.
You're the first person I ever heard say that, Austin.
It really was because there was way too many mutants.
Yep. Yep.
Like back then, like if back had like even like 10% of the mutants on his side when he went to before House of M, he would have wiped out the planet like very easily. It was
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
bad.
Mm-hmm. And now look at
But
look at us right now. We're in the reverse house of them right now, where they brought back like what 90% of mutant population at this point. Or
I
I
still don't want
yeah,
Aki-Hero, Mac.
that's true.
Bring back
yeah,
my boy Aki-Hero.
We're
yeah,
kind of
that's why
right
I'm
back to
saying
where we
no.
were, where all
Yeah.
the ones who died are back. There's a million on the Mars or something or the other planet, other place they were. Because
Mm-hmm.
that guy Thanos' with grandfather killed a billion of them apparently, and they brought that
Mm-hmm.
billion back or something. I don't know. It's dumb. But
Yep.
all I'll do is for a character's first appearance, can you try to cast them and do them as accurately as possible? What's all I ask? With
Yes.
characters
Yes.
that've been around for a while, I can give you some leeway with not wanting to, do the same thing, or
Mm-hmm.
or you want to try to cast out the norm. But for a character's first appearance, I would like them to look and act like the character that we know from comics. Because their first appearance should be a big deal and feel like a big deal, and not be changed
Exactly.
because of politics or anything else.
Exactly. I mean, it's not like Marvel, the MCU is in a tightrope as it is. After all, right? MCU, like, So, alrighty
Yeah,
then. Any other thoughts on this before we move on?
No, let's move on.
don't
Okay.
rush it. That's all I ask.
Jake, go ahead, man.
All right. My Adventures with Superman is back with a season 2. This time around, Superman is loved by the entire city. People look up to him as a beacon of hope, except for
Really
Amanda Waller and her posse, of course, that are still trying to kill him and stop what they believe is the inevitable Kryptonian invasion. Um,
good.
Mm-hmm.
these these first episodes are pretty enjoyable. It's I came to a conclusion that like there's still things I kind of wish this Superman show did that I would prefer, but since everything I want from it is already in a show that I already have and watched, which is Superman the animated series, I'm not as harsh on it. Um, I will say though, I do have a little bit of a problem with Superman and Lois's relationship. I feel like it's problematic in a way that the writers aren't thinking about.
Okay.
So every time Superman goes on a mission, Lois and Jimmy are there. The the point of a secret identity is that you don't put your loved ones in danger. But if the villains can easily identify that Lois and Jimmy are Superman's friends, you've done that anyway. You know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah, yeah.
I don't really like that, especially because they keep going up against Amanda Waller, who like at some point she's gonna be like, yeah, let's just go get Lois and just use her as leverage, just call it a day. Um, But I will say this: I do still like Superman's voice actor. He does pretty good work, and we also finally get the Kryptonian lore of this timeline, which they kind of built up with throughout season one. And this season, spoilers, by the way, spoilers for the rest of this. So, if you want to know my general thoughts, I like the show, so you can skip forward from here. In general,
Bitch,
the
they can't
gist
skip
is
forward. We're live.
you get the replay button, obviously. I'll come back in like.
Okay.
The general gist of the Kryptonian lore is that they were like the Viltrumites from Invincible. They were a warrior race, but then their home planet got destroyed. And on the way out, Jor-El and his brother sent their babies, Kal-El and Kara, out into space. Clark's like, wait, I have a cousin? And she's like, yeah. And Jor-El tells him, like, yes, that's true, but I don't know what happened to her. She should have been with you, but I don't know what happened. And so now Clark's like, wow, there's somebody else out there like me. I should go find them. But this kind of hits a curb when Lois is like, Clark, I don't want you to go find another Kryptonian. Because I know you're a good person, but the last time we dealt with Kryptonians, they tried to invade the planet. So I don't want to risk it.
Wow.
So that's
Okay.
kind of friction within their relationship. We also get...
I would want to ask Lois, okay, so you're telling me you have a problem with my people?
That's
Really?
what I think it's going to get to. That's what I think it's going to get to, but they don't really have a lot of like time to talk about it because they keep getting interrupted by things that they're personally invested in, which I kind of like. It's a great way to sow kind of like problems in their relationship in an organic way, basically. Because to Clark, having someone else that's a Kryptonian means a lot to him. But to Lois, it's like, listen, Clark, you're human. I accept you as like, you're one of us. I don't know about these other Kryptonians, all right? Let's chill out.
Is there a nice way of putting that, Jake? That doesn't make you sound like you're hating on your boyfriend's people. Like, wow.
That's a hater, audience.
That's why I like it.
And I'm known as the hater.
I also like that Jor-El talks to Clark about Lois because like they're the Fortress of Solitude, and because Jor-El doesn't know Lois and Jimmy, he activates the defenses to kill them. And so when Clark clarifies the situation, like, "Hey, they're my friends," and then he's like, "Well, what? You bring your normal mortal girlfriend, fleshy, squishy human with no powers on a ship? We're not gonna kill her on accident? Are you insane?" And he's like, if I did that to your mother, she would hate me for which I would have to do something spectacular to get her to forgive me. Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, I like I said, there's a lot of good stuff in here. I do like Amanda Waller this season too. There's a little funny gag in episode 2 they show where you see that she just gets up like every other person. She's not completely evil. She gets up like you and me, puts her pants and legs on one day at a time, flips a pancake, eats breakfast, and then plots to kill Superman. So,
she drinks her coffee with a mug that has the American flag on it, audience. Yeah.
And I like her relationship with General Lane too. I like how Amanda, true to her character, loves being in control, but she has a problem with General Lane because even though he's in prison under her watch, he's still in 100% control of her. Like he knows the operation so well, she can't take control of him, basically. And I like how that freaked her out in that episode, how she was just trying to find any way to get control back over him.
Yeah.
Also, Jimmy's rich this season because he sold his YouTube channel to the Daily Planet. Ever since Superman became a big hit, his YouTube channel that didn't get many views started getting a lot of views. And at the end of season 1, it got sold to the Daily Planet, bought it out.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that's how YouTube channels work. Like,
I saw a screenshot. Oh yeah, you can sell your YouTube channel to companies. Just ask Smosh about it. But besides the point, I saw a screenshot of like Lois Lane pointing to like this kaiju-looking motherfucker, and I was looking at the comments because you know how live streams work. And one of the comments, and this is so real because I see it everywhere, like with like big names and like celebrities and such. Literally, one of the comments was like, "Come to Brazil." You know how many times I look at a comment section for a European artist I like, and they're like, "Come to Poland." It's always "Come to Poland, dude." And I feel like, oh my god, that is so fucking real.
Get it right. But yeah, the only thing that frustrates me about Jimmy being rich in this season, and and it's understandable. I get it. Real people would do this if they're new to money. He keeps wasting his money, and I know they're setting it up for him to be poor again because every episode he spends like $1,000 on something like really dumb, basically. And I keep telling you like, oh, he's getting poor every episode, and I'm like, I keep getting mad at him. I'm like, save your money, do something, get paid.
There was a term in my generation, Jake. It's called easy come, easy go. You know. So.
But now Jimmy has a new intern team, and he has to get back to in the work of making videos because since he's became rich, he's become lazy. And also, he's technically one of the bosses of the Daily Planet as well, by the way. So he also has to manage the entire section. But yeah, like I said, I do like the dynamics of all the characters. I like where the series is going. We're also getting Lex Luthor this season. They teased him last season. And what's funny is Lex's whole motivation, like he was down on his luck, and then Jimmy Olsen of all people inspired him, basically. Because no one wants to hire Lex because he made Parasite suit from last season, and Parasite nearly hit the city. And so Jimmy's like, listen, listen, man. Like I know you're just trying to turn a new leaf and be a better person. So like, don't wait for an opportunity. Just go out there and make it happen. Like, hey, what's your name? Jimmy Olsen. So Lex is, but little does Jimmy know, Lex is like, I'm just doing whatever I can to be rich, and if that means I gotta kill Superman, I really don't care. But yeah, like I said, all in all, this was a good first 2 episodes. 2 things from Lois I gotta say. One thing annoyed me, but it was written in a funny way, so I'm okay with it. There's a scene, you can find this on YouTube, where Lois decides to jump down an elevator shaft because she knows Superman will catch her. And I'm like, Lois, don't make a habit of that. What if he gets like kryptonite poisoning or something? Don't do that. But
wow.
It's played for a joke, and because the actors are so good at the scene, it's funny enough for me to just ignore it, but like it is kind of problematic.
That just kind of reminds me of like one point in the comics, right, where you have a bunch of people in Metropolis who think of Superman as a savior, so they all just decide to randomly jump off a building just to get Superman's attention because he's always going to save them. I mean, it just takes out one day where he's out halfway across the galaxy fighting aliens. Having not shown up,
She literally does it all the time. I don't know why you're surprised or why you acting like it's a problem now. Does it every comic book. She either goes and investigates something she knows she's not qualified to be in, or she's jumping off something and she knows when something goes wrong, Superman's going to be there.
Yeah, but
it doesn't matter.
It's independent. She does this for no reason. The scene is set up. He could just fly her down casually. It wouldn't be a problem. She looks at the elevator shaft. He's next to her, and she's like, I'm going to jump down this elevator shaft.
Yeah, she does that a lot too.
Don't do it. I was like, don't do that. It's dumb. Don't do that. It's stupid. But and then at the very end of the second episode, Superman and Lois managed to save General Lane. And they're on the boat, and General Lane's like, listen, Lois, now that I'm free, Amanda's gonna be coming for me. I can't be next to you because like, Amanda's gonna use you as leverage. And she's like, oh, that's okay. You could be with Clark. You can live in with him. I was like, what? I was like, for background, last season, General Lane tried to kill Superman several times and still doesn't like him, but only tolerates him because Lois does. And Clark still doesn't like him, and he's very upfront about this. He's like, I don't really like your dad, but I'm putting that aside for you. And so for her to just kind of spring this on Superman was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Don't do that.
That's her character.
It's annoying. That's dumb, especially because they're on a boat. Take him to the side and talk about it. If you talked about it with him, I'm sure you would have been okay with it eventually. But I don't like that. But yeah. Other than that, it was a good 2 episodes. I'm excited to see where it goes. I'm really interested to see what they do with Kara. I'm assuming she's gonna be more like a warrior or something, or whatever they do. But yeah, first 2 episodes, good. I'm interested in the villains. I'm interested in the plot. I'm interested to see where it goes. I'm interested in Superman. Give it a watch.
Okay. You'll be so you're gonna be doing this weekly, right? Reviewing each episode, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna probably be like,
Okay.
yeah, doing a little overview of it, or maybe every two
Okay.
episodes. We'll see how I feel. We'll see.
Okay. All right then. With that, we should move on, guys. Who wants to do this next one?
You.
Hey, I'm doing the one after it. Okay. So come on.
Austin, go.
Marvel What If immersive episode will be for the Vision Pro. That's it. You better hope
Sure.
if you want
So
to
I,
use that
where are
episode,
you
you better
about
have
this?
$200.
the cheapest I was able to find a Vision Pro was $200, and I'm like, I am not buying a console just for this.
Because like we
I
know
thought.
damn well that Captain Carter is gonna be chilling out, and we're just like, yeah.
Hmm. Well, no, I don't think it's gonna have Captain Carter. The only person I saw was Wong. That was it.
Yeah. Yours
Mm.
basically the watcher comes to you, it's like, hey, I need your help real quick. We're gonna give you some magic and you're gonna help save your dimension.
Yep. I mean,
I
it
don't know.
sounded.
I'm just not that interested in this. This doesn't
I,
sound all that interesting. And plus, like, you have to, if you don't have the console already, you're gonna have to go out and
yeah,
buy this fucking console just for this one thing.
I know,
Like,
Yeah, they should
right?
have
I'd
made it
rather spend all
interactive,
that
not
money.
immersive.
I'd
Yep.
rather spend all that money going to that Airbnb of the X Mansion
Mhm.
that exists. That's a real thing. Like, I think in New
Mhm.
York. I don't know where it is, but I think it's in New York. I'd
Yeah,
rather go
okay.
spend like a couple $100 there, man. At least like I know I'll get my day's
There,
worth,
there you
and I'll
go. You
probably still
know.
save money. I'll still probably
Mhm.
save some money.
Yeah. I mean, Marvel. The last time I had to buy a console specifically to buy one of your games was Avengers PS4, and well, we all know how that turned out. So, yeah. Not much thought. I don't think we have much thoughts into this. I mean, I thought this was going to be like one of those Netflix special programs where he's like, choose your own adventure sort of thing. But
Yeah, interactive.
yep, interactive. But if it's this Vision Pro thing, I never even heard of a Vision Pro until this news came up. So yeah,
I think it's
audience.
crazy to make a whole episode just to sell some better product.
I know, right? I mean, audience, if one of you gets a chance to play this, tell us how it is, because I don't think any of us are going to try it. So,
I'll watch someone play the episode just to see what the story's like, but that's about it.
mm-hmm. Gotcha. But all right then. With that, let's move on to the next topic, audience. And I
Your
got
turn.
this one. The King of the Hill revival news. Now, we were aware that King of the Hill was going to be getting a revival, but we don't know, like, what the circumstances is. Is it like going to be a year after the finale ended? Is it going to be like flash flash forward towards modern day times? Well, the voice actor of Bobby came out and gave some details. One, Bobby himself will be 21 years old, meaning about 8 years had that passed since the finale, because by the end of King of the Hill, Bobby was 13 years old. And he's going to be working at a fusion restaurant in Dallas. I'm like, okay. I mean, the series kind of ended with him finding out that, like, the one thing that he has in common that could bond him with his dad is barbecue. So I can imagine him, going all fusion style with barbecue, and Hank just kind of being like, "Ugh, can't you just make some normal food, son?"
No.
Because Hank, yeah, because Hank is just straightforward and stuff. He just likes barbecue, meats and potatoes. Really, that's it. You know, he's which Hank Hill is as straight edge as you could possibly be.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so he might also be in a girlfriend in this. Don't know. Yeah, I guess that'll be interesting. Just saying, three of his girlfriends had one thing in common: Connie Supanutsupom, King Pao, and that one Japanese girl from that Hank's brother episode. Yeah, yeah. It seems like Bobby has a specific type, apparently.
Yo, mama.
You just had to fit that in, didn't you? Well,
Yeah.
Okay, aside from that, we were given details that the voice Dale Gribble, right? Yeah, in the midst of the show, the voice actor did end up passing away, unfortunately. But was stated that he did finish 4 episodes before his untimely passing. So yeah, we'll at least be getting 4 episodes of Dale Gribble. I don't know what's going to happen afterwards. If they're just going to retire the character, or yeah, just recast them. But yeah, in terms of news updates on this,
Yeah,
that's
Boomhauer passed too.
Boomhauer. No, he didn't pass. I would imagine he's still the Bachelor in this show.
Let's see.
Uh, Boomhauer's still alive. Do you know what? I was very hesitant on this revival because King of the Hill he had one of the best series finales of all time. It left on such a good note that I as a King of the Hill fan, didn't want this show to come back because I don't want it to ruin that moment. But if this show could stick the finale at the end, that's all I'm hoping. I was in a discussion of this with my niece and nephew because we're all King of the Hill fans. That's like our favorite show. We could watch reruns of that series all the time. No matter how many times we watch it, we never get bored of it. And one thing we realized by the end of the series, a lot of the characters kind of had like their happy ending moments, right? But we realized Bill Dauterive never had a happy ending. I'm like, maybe this could course correct on that. He could finally find somebody to settle down with. Come on, we need a fat bald guy to win something.
No, just kidding.
Someday.
He was a member of the military, which
I
yeah,
did.
yeah, and
Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
no,
Yeah, I figured.
he did not deserve to have his wife divorce him on Christmas, which.
Shit happens all the time, bro. It happens all the time.
Okay, but yeah, I hope this kind of gives Bill a happy ending, something. I mean, I know he's definitely going to be recast in terms of the voice department, but that's really it. Any other thoughts on this, guys?
Not really.
Man, I guess I'm the only King of the Hill fan here, I guess.
Well, you can
I like
always
the
win.
show, but if it comes back, it comes back. I don't care how it's done. The show ended for me already.
Okay.
I just
Jake, you were
can't.
about to.
I can't wait to see Boomhauer. You know what I mean? Arthur and Luna, he's good.
You know who voiced his brother, right?
What's his brother?
They brought in his brother for one episode, who sounds exactly like Boomhauer,
Oh,
and he was voiced by Brad Pitt.
oh that's fun. I like that. That's fun.
Yep. But all right then. With that, we can move on to the comic news, audience. Austin, you want to take this one?
Sure, I guess. Black Panther versus Predator is happening. So people don't know Wolverine versus Predator happened, and then the writer for some reason doesn't know if it's canon or not, so he just treat it as such. He says he doesn't know, so we're just writing saying it's canon because it doesn't break anything really.
Yeah.
It just adds a lot more to Wolverine's history that some people might not care about. But basically, throughout that, Predators found out about adamantium, and they found out about vibranium towards the end of the book. So now they're heading to Africa to probably get slaughtered. Because realistically, come on now, some guy in
Yeah.
invisible tech isn't going to get into Wakanda. Like, especially if Wakanda is run correctly, this should not be a close fighter.
Yeah, that's one thing I wanted to bring up. Usually in these versus matches with Predator, you're kind of worried about the challenger holding up against Predator, but in this case, I mean, come on, Black Panther, you're not just fighting T'Challa, you're fighting the whole kingdom.
Yeah, They're headed to Africa to find vibranium, so they have to fight Wakanda as a whole. It isn't just finding Black Panther somewhere out on a mission.
Hmm. I'm just trying to think of a scenario where Predator has a chance. You know?
Because most of his
No.
tech is they have to upgrade all his tech. Maybe he comes in, upgrade all his tech with adamantium or something. I don't know. But it's
Oh
like
no. Oh
you
no.
turn
You have
invisible to
Nate.
challenge them to counter that.
Here, here's what you do. You have Namor coach Predator on all you need to know on how to beat Wakanda. There you go.
He can't even do it. We're gonna do tell him get the Phoenix Force.
Maybe. I mean,
That's the only way he won.
yep. But hey, you think of another scenario, man. Like I'm at a slump of this.
You have to upgrade his stuff, I guess. Make his
And keep in
weapons,
mind,
make his swords and throwing stuff, adamantium.
yeah.
Don't let him go to Wakanda. I don't
Hmm.
know. You have to have him somehow have something that can power down Wakanda's city's power. So
Yep.
that way
Yep.
their shield doesn't work, some of their stuff doesn't work, so he can sneak in and it can be like a private fight. But
There you
realistically, I
go.
see him fighting some of the Dome Logic and getting jumped. It'll have to be a group of predators, so it can't just be one guy.
Hmm. Which has happened in
Yeah.
some versus matches, you know.
They did it in Wolverine vs. Predator. Like only like the first two and the last issue was one Predator
Hmm.
versus Wolverine. The rest of them had groups of them going up. So it's not
Yep.
uncommon.
Yep.
But
Yep.
they have to be very smart because if Wakanda is what 100 years ahead of technology, and y'all couldn't beat Wolverine in like straight fights, you're not gonna beat Black Panther, who's more skilled and claws can do just as much damage
Yep.
as Wolverine. Like you're not gonna win.
Yeah, Predator, you should have set your sights. You should have set the bar low down for a Craven or
It's,
a Cap. You
yeah, it
know?
should have been Craven, or he should have been trying to go fight Spider-Man or something.
Yeah.
Because the writers will force Spider-Man to have to fight uphill battle. It doesn't matter if it's fair or not.
Hmm. Invisible tech. That's the biggest thing Predator has for him. Ain't gonna do
Yeah, this
shit. You
plasma
know?
cannons, but like this is Marvel. Like people got laser cannons all the time. They don't do anything.
Exactly. Yeah. Like I mean, what Predator
Maybe
doesn't
his ship has
exactly.
special stuff. We never seen that attack something.
That's true. That's true. I mean, you will kind of like have to start this series off with like it establishing that Predator has killed whatever ships were from that planet of Wakanda stuff. I mean, that's a great way to incorporate that. I mean, nobody's ever brought that
Yeah,
up, you
yeah, but if
know?
you're no, but if you're doing that, then why have him come to
No.
Wakanda to get vibrator? That's the whole point of the story.
Nah. Here's what it is. They end up taking out one of the ships from that planet of Wakanda, and then they get some of that vibranium, and they're like, okay, we need to get some more of this stuff, and bam, they take
Oh,
it.
yeah, you mean the intergalactic? Yo, you mean the intergalactic
Yeah,
whole thing? Okay, I thought you meant like the
yeah.
planet that vibranium came from.
Oh no, I'm talking. Yeah, I'm talking about the intergalactic thing. You know, just have
Nah,
just
that would
say
have been
Predator.
cooler. He attacks
Yeah,
there, and it ends up being redirected to Wakanda, and then he used
yes, like
their tech against them to attack the city and shit. That would be interesting.
yeah, exactly. Just use some of that tech to like upgrade Predator's tech to vibranium level. You know, and there you have a more evenly fight match against you. You know, but
I
yeah,
agree.
yeah. We'll see where this goes. I don't think anybody was expecting this matchup. So yeah.
That after Wolverine, they felt I probably did it one first really, and Wolverine would have been finale, but maybe who knows? They probably got a lot of people that want Predator Alien to fight. So we did got Aliens
Mhm.
versus Avengers coming up.
Oh yeah, that is true. It's gonna be dope. But all right then. Any other thoughts, man?
No.
No, I'm
Okay.
excited, but it's one of these things I can't judge till I see it because really, it shouldn't be a fight. Like I don't know how you're gonna make this compatible.
Mm-hmm. That is true. Well, all right then. With that, audience, we're done with the media news and the comic news. Now we're going on to the comic reviews.
Finally.
Hey,
Oh my god, we got 2 Spider-Man books.
it would have been
Which you
three,
want to do one of your
which,
stories
but I
first? You want to do one? You want to do one of your stories first? Which
No, you can get going with your Spooderman.
Spiderman?
Spooderman,
Why?
go do Amazing
My
Spooderman number 50,
my
Spooderman.
site is down for some reason. Let me find another site. But we're
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about Amazing
So
Spider-Man number 50,
Why
which
Amazing
is
is
just
it?
really
to,
just
Spooderman.
the read.
Why is it
What?
so amazing?
There's nothing amazing
just
about this book.
Wow.
just to let you know, Austin, I was planning on picking this up, but then as soon as I saw that $10 price tag, I'm like, no, back on the rack. No way, no, no.
What makes this
I know
book
that's
so?
what
What makes this book so interesting that it has to be cost $10?
that's the
It's
Return of the Green Goblin.
yeah.
Oh, what? Really, $10 for that?
To
Hmm.
be no, no, to be
Hmm.
fair, the Green Goblin's the only good thing this guy's written throughout this whole like terrible run of Spider-Man. The Green Goblin's
This
been
is
pretty
the Zeb
solid.
Wells one, right?
Zeb,
Yeah,
yep.
To think that he
Green
wrote
Goblin's the
such a
only
good
thing
book
that
in
this was
Hellions
good.
and then just to write this shit.
Hmm.
Justice for the
It
Hellions,
honestly
this is
feels like, which it honestly feels like because they know Spider-Man will sell, they just let writers do whatever they want because at the end of the day, it's still going to sell. It doesn't matter. They're like,
I
oh, you
think
have a
that
story you want to
is
tell
Spider-Man
about Spider-Man that's
disappointed.
never happened before? Go ahead. Who cares? Oh, you're going to
the
ruin everything that guy set up? Go ahead.
the only time they'll have to get this writer off is if they run into a Tom King Batman situation where the sales are noticeably slumping down. But apparently the sales are still there. So
Yeah, it's not.
well,
I don't think it's in the top five anymore, but Spider-Man still sells in top 10. I guess that's their
yeah,
no,
yeah.
that's their line.
No, no, I think that yeah, I
Why?
think that
Who
was
knows?
I think that was the line with Tom King's Batman run because his Batman wasn't even in the top 10 for 1 month. Like, oh,
Yeah,
ooh, wow.
you.
You know?
I got it. Yeah, it's weird for Batman,
Hmm.
but I have it now. So the book starts off with the Return of the Living Brain. Living Brain was a supercomputer that was made by that was made a
Otto.
it was made a while back. Yeah, what's about Otto?
Otto Octavius. That's how Otto came back after Secret Wars and after he died. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be forgetting, man. Because last time I saw it was when they were trying to save him and it brought back the Sinister Six and like the other crazy stuff. And then
Yep.
Peter Sabre,
And yeah,
but
and the living
it
and
came
the
back.
living.
It's trying to see more. He's giving everyone.
Hmm.
Go ahead. What?
No, no, go ahead,
What you saying?
go. No, no, I was just about to say the living brain was
It
last seen in the Superior Spider-Man run. That was it. Like,
that was Superior Spider-Man. No,
in
the last book he was in when Peter saved it and brought it to Oscorp.
oh, okay, okay, yeah,
Yeah, that's the book I read. It brought back the Sinister Six. They didn't find all the Sinister Six were robots. They were fake. And then it was
yep.
just trying to capture Peter Parker for some reason. I don't remember. It wasn't a good story. But he ended up saving it
Yeah.
and sparing his life. But the brain is trying to put out a message to everybody. And the message for some reason is Peter Parker is not Spider Man.
Oop.
Ooh.
And it tells it to the fucking lizard of all people. Kurt Connors, who isn't the lizard right now, but yeah, you know who this guy is.
Does he
I just
still
have,
have his lizard family? I'm just curious.
I believe so, but if he's regular, they probably fixed him too.
Okay, okay.
It's hard to say with them because he used lizards and clones to bring them back in
Yeah.
general. So I don't know if they have a
Yeah.
human form anymore.
Yeah, to keep the audience up to date, keep in mind, like during the whole clone conspiracies, you could clone anybody, but they'll die if they don't get a weekly injection of a pill. Their bodies will decompose. And the lizard, in the last dish ever to save his clone family, he gave them all the lizard formula, which
Yeah.
saved them, but they all became lizards, like him.
Well, they're not as vicious. They're really just people with lizard tails. We want to be real about it. They're just breeds.
Mm. Exactly.
they're
I mean,
they're not the beast form.
yeah, you had some good moments with Connor's son and Black
Yeah.
Cat. So
Don't forget, that dude ate his son. And that's why he had to bring back in the first place. But let's get back to the story. Well, they call Peter Parker like, bro, this break he's trying to tell us that you're not Spider-Man. We get it. What's going on? You're not Spider-Man. Okay, whatever. And they say that at one point. It was kind of funny.
Yeah.
And Peter goes to Otto. He's like, I mean, not Otto. Golly, you got him in my head. He goes to Green Goblin. He's trying to figure out, what's going on. Why is the little brain saying this? Oh, it's locked into our system. And then it unlocks the glass mirror behind Norman. And you see the Gold Goblin. So he's like, surprise, I'm the Gold Goblin. As in, like, a joke, because he already knows that. But then
Wait,
Peter goes to look, what,
who's saying that they're the Gold Goblin?
Norman?
Oh, okay. Just double
The
checking.
glass opened up behind him to show the suit. And so he said, surprise, I'm the Gold Goblin, as a joke. Because Peter already
Uh-huh.
knows that it's him.
Mm-hmm.
But it was set up like a big revelation scene. Because obviously we know the Green Goblin stuff's coming.
Yep.
But Peter goes in and he grabs the mirror and he pulls the mirror out more. And it reveals the Green Goblin suit behind the Gold Goblin suit.
Mm-hmm.
And he had this real good panel, like it's like the famous like half of Norman's face and the suit behind him. It's really good. The
Ooh.
artist did really good this issue. And then
Okay.
Norman's like, you know what, bro? You're just too fucking smart. I don't care anymore. Let's fuck this shit. Let's just fight. So he released some gas in the room. This takes away Peter's powers. He used this before in a Dan slot run in one of the worst comics I ever read in my life. That was the run where he takes away Peter's powers and they start fighting on the hilltop and in the snow. And then Green
Oh
Goblin with
yeah.
no martial arts skill, with no powers, just beats Peter's ass on the top of the roof.
Yeah.
On top of the mountain.
I remember that Norman's whole line was like, "You faced Green Goblin all these years. Now you're facing somebody even more terrifying, Norman Osborn."
Yeah, it's like, bro, Peter still trained to fight without the spider system. He doesn't change anything. Why is he losing so bad? Well, whatever.
Yeah.
So that the gas does that. He calls in the glider. The glider tackles Peter. Green Goblin's favorite move for some reason. You think he'll stop after we killed him, but whatever.
Yeah.
Uh, Norman gets this cool panel of him like calling the science people, like everyone say, "Ayo, y'all can go home today. It's all good. Everyone's off." And he throws a bomb over his shoulder nonchalantly and blows up the room. Norman
Oh.
changes clothes in like 2 seconds. It's funny too. Take off his suit and jacket, and he next thing you know, the Green Goblin.
Oh boy.
Bro, it was funny as fuck to me. But Peter's freaking out because obviously while he expected something to go wrong eventually,
Uh-huh.
he wasn't prepared for it to, me with this moment for obvious reasons. He
Okay.
wasn't ready for his powers to get taken away. And he's like, I gotta
Okay.
chill out, I'm still Spider-Man, I got this. I can beat this man. So without powers, Spider Sense and all, he's still dodging Norman and fighting him like Spider-Man would. We should have the other run. And they got some really good back and forth fighting. But Norman's basically just talking shit to him. Like, bro, don't forget. You don't you only have the force and strength of a whiny little, he want to say bitch, but he says milksop right now.
Okay.
He's like, bro, I'm still Green Goblin. He says I'm flying through the building a little bit. And then they're doing the movie thing where it's like the Goblin and Norman are back to like being two separate personalities. But people don't know at one point they just became the same dude. It didn't really matter anymore.
Yep.
So he starts talking to Norman. Norman takes off his mask, and he's like, "Bro, you know, Peter, I didn't want to do this, but when you were about to die, someone had to take those sins back, so I took the strike. I didn't want to become the Green Goblin again, but I had to because you would have died, or you would have became something worse." And he said, "I'm sorry, I didn't really have a choice." And he grabs him, and then Peter picks him up and he slaps him in the face. He said, "Bro, tell me, does Green Goblin know about the secret lab?" He's like, "Bro, how do you know about the secret lab?" He's like, "My lab, does he know about it?" And then Green Goblin comes back in, the personality. He's like, he headbutts him, knocks him away, like, "Bro, you hiding secrets from me? I didn't even think you could do it." He
Oh
obviously starts
wow.
running towards it. The living brain sheds off most of its brain to become a robot with a brain. I don't know how this works. I don't know how this happened, but it looks like the y'all saw the Danger Room came rehearsing, kind of like that.
Okay, okay.
So now it's just walking around talking. And people say Peter Parker is not Spider-Man. We have to make sure you understand this. That's not a message. It's a warning.
Okay, okay.
And Green Goblin flies Peter around. He flies him all the way back to some place. It's some lab separated from the building. I can't tell where they are though.
Ooh.
But Peter, all this was part of Peter's trap. He's like, bro, I already knew you were going to become the Green Goblin somehow. I was just hoping, for the best. So he
Yeah.
shoots this. Green Goblin picks up something. It shoots him in the face with gas, and this gas takes away his powers. Now it's two regular ass niggas trying to fight, and it's like, bro, what's happening?
One guy in his
Uh,
20s versus one guy in his what, 40s?
yeah, basically, it's pretty funny. Like situation. Norman tries his signature move of trying to stab Peter in the back with his goblin glider. He dodges, obviously. Stop doing this move. It's terrible. It never works.
Never works.
They literally killed him before, which multiple times. Just stop doing it.
Oh.
But
I'm not saying I don't believe you. I'm just saying some of these moves are really dumb.
Mhm.
it's like I get it, but like shoot a missile from it or something. Stop flying it at him. He dodges it. But that wasn't Green Goblin's final trick. The reason he kept saying, Living Brain kept saying Peter Parker is not Spider Man is because he's kind of not for real. So, Green Goblin says a phrase, which is Dr. Jekyll was heckled by Peter's pride, so he fed the boy to Mr. Hyde, which I thought was funny. Heavy
What
rolling, bro.
the?
He said it, but it triggered something in Peter. I don't know when this started, though. I'm sure they'll explain it next issue. But it's a trigger phrase that he has in Peter that activates the goblin in Peter. Is this
What
from a
the?
leftover from when the sins got in him? We don't know. That's why it's bad writing. You just like you got to set up beforehand. Because none of this was ever set up. Craven goes
Okay.
back to Norman's grave for some reason, where they buried like
The
the
spear.
spear, and he sees that the sins are gone. Why he do this? He felt bad. He was like, "Bro, I had to check. I gotta know." That wasn't set up either. That he felt bad. Had to come back here. It's like let it go, bro. But
Mhm.
yeah, Peter's Green Goblin eyed again for some reason. Somehow it really felt like plot armor like hell. Like that's why I
Oh,
hated it. It came out the
oh,
blue. The Green Goblin just losing, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I got this trigger warning thing in your body. I don't know when I did it to you. Maybe just a phrase he used on himself to turn into Goblin mode he wants to. I don't know."
uh-huh.
But that's what the book is, and it's like that's like one of the worst return books I ever seen in my life. It was a
Oh,
good fight between him and Peter, but everything else
yeah.
around is like there's no setup for any of this stuff. Any was it from the gas? It's not from the gas. He would have said so. If it was for the gas, it's
No.
kind of weird too. The gas took away his powers and rewired his brain. Like what
Yeah,
the fuck is in
yeah.
this gas?
I
This
would
is
have
Joker like fear toxin shit.
I would have
Mhm.
rathered it if Pete were just enjoying his day in the office and then like Norman Osborn came in. Like, Austin, remember the ending of Smiling Friends season 2, episode 1?
That would have been funnier.
with Mr. Boss, where he's like, I'm the that's what it got. Like, oh, hilarious. I love it.
I was hoping. Funny enough, I kind of wanted to be like I wanted to not be treated as a big deal. I kind of wanted to be like the Renaissance Man joke, where like Peter's doing this other stuff, and then suddenly the Green Goblin just shows up, and he's like, "What the
Mhm.
fuck?" Like, they treat it such a big deal, but it's so many assholes in this fight that it just takes you out of it.
You know, like Peter's like, Norman comes to be like, Peter, I think the Great Goblin's coming back. I think he's coming back
Yeah, I
super.
just Green Goblin's back. He's like, "Bro, look, you're good. Okay, it's all right."
No.
I'm
I think
sure
he's
him when
coming
he,
back super soon.
yeah, I think that would be funnier. They were just like set
Mhm.
up for it. But from Peter's point of
Mhm.
view, it's like I just kind of planned in case you. I planned this random machine in my lab with like a giant like a boomerang that has a circle in the middle that shoots gas that will take your powers away. Instead of just having like it and like a web cartridge, anything else. I made a random circle thing that has a pickup at 22 that'll take away your power. Why would you do that? That's a terrible design. But
once again, you two want to feel like you're smarter than the geniuses.
I don't
bro,
have to
look,
want
all I'm
to.
saying is, it's
I don't have to want to. I am. Okay.
as much as I liked Dorm as a good guy a little bit too much. I kind of wish they just brought Harry back and made him back Green Goblin if it was the case.
No.
Because
Yeah.
at least then it'll be like Norman's character's still intact and he can still save and have this whole new dynamic with his son because he never saw Harry as Green Goblin. And then at
Aw.
least in the main universe. So there could have been a whole thing for him that could have changed everything. But
You're expecting so much out of this writer, Austin.
I just bro,
Bless your
it's just
heart.
such an
Bless your
obvious
heart.
avenue, bro. They bring everyone else back to life. Like, go ahead and bring Harry back. Who cares?
Mhm.
But
I'm surprised
that's
he
it.
still remains. I'm surprised he still remained dead after this long. You know, like
To be fair, technically it's only been one arc, well, an arc and a half.
okay.
But like,
Uh-huh.
it's weird. It's yeah. He died in Goat
Well,
though, so I'll give him that.
mm-hmm.
He really went out
Oh
Spider-Man
yeah.
3 style. But let's go
Yep.
to Witch's story or whatever his name.
Yeah.
Well, technically, it's me and Cryptid. So,
Yep.
Oh, that's not good.
anyways,
So.
so audience, we're talking about Blood Hunt issue 2 out of 5. So Cryptid will
Mm-hmm.
mostly be talking about the white band. I'll be talking about the red band.
Yep.
Just to let the audience know, I did read the white band issue to get context of
Mhm.
the basic plot because I wasn't
Yep.
able to go to my comic shop until that Friday.
Gotcha.
So we
Hey,
will be discussing those
I'm.
differences, and I will be sending the rest of the guys the
Yeah.
differences in question.
Yep.
So
Yeah, audience. I'm not extreme enough to handle the red band issue, so which is
now
taking
this one
that.
is not nearly as bad as the other one, but
Mhm.
anyways, so which one's this one? Oh yeah. Okay. So basically, we start off in the Impossible City. If you guys remember from the last issue, it did not go well for the Avengers. So,
Oh, they got
anyways,
slaughtered.
yeah, they got fucked over
Blade is
by
evil or something, right?
yeah,
Yes.
for some reason. But
He's the
anyways, not
leader of this
important.
vampire invasion.
Anyways, not important right now. So we see Thor like all like tied up and like hanging and like he's dripping a whole bunch of blood. Wanda's just like going through it. And
How
Mm-hmm.
Blade's
strong are
like,
these vampires?
I don't fucking know. Don't ask me questions,
Wait,
man.
Austin, keep in mind, in the last issue, it was established that there's a section of vampires that only feed on supernatural or on superpowered beings or
Yeah, they're
something
called the
like
Blood
that.
Coven or the
Yeah,
Blood
but Thor's the
Covenant.
guy with the cosmic force and all that extra dumb shit. Yeah, it feels weird.
I know.
Austin, I would tend not to worry about it too much. Anyways, so we see Blade and he introduces their new monster, aka T'Challa.
He's like
Oh, it should have been B negative.
battleground.
I know, like where's my boy B negative at? Like where is
I
he
know,
at?
right?
Be
Like where's
positive about
Morbius
that.
at? Like if we're not getting B negative, where is
That joke,
Morbius?
that joke is getting old, Jake.
No, it's like our joke. It's our thing.
It's our running
You
gag.
should have put Morbius and B negative on the Midnight Mission. It would have made so much more sense.
Yeah.
Anyways, besides the point. So Blade goes up to T'Challa and he's like, "Try to fight me, man. I'm the Lord of the Vampires." Blah
Mhm.
blah blah blah. Anyways, so basically, Blade sends the
Okay.
Blood Coven to go find his daughter. Which I'm gonna
Yeah.
send you guys the first set of differences. It's mostly just artistic differences, but don't worry about it.
Gotcha. Austin,
Please.
Blade forces Black Panther to bow down to him.
That's
Yeah.
kind of gross, bro.
Anyways,
Yep.
so I know that this is different in the white band because in the white band, the mother in question is using a taser to protect her kids, but in the red band, which I just sent to the guys, she's getting eaten by vampires.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's not pretty. Did you see the pictures?
Yeah, I see the picture. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so we get to see our girl Brielle Brooks, aka Bloodline. She pulls up and she's like, "Okay," he said, "Back off, you piece of trash! Like you killed her mom." And you know, she's just like going at it with killing these vampires. I don't care about the ads. Anyway, I don't care about a Miracle Man omnibus right now. That's not important. Anyways, so Dracula pulls up, you know, and they're all just vibing. Anyways, so
Dracula of all people is helping the fight off against the vampire horde.
you know
Wow.
that's bad. You know that's bad. Anyways, so someone introduces themselves to them, but I don't know if this page is different, but I just wanted to send this panel of Tigra and Hunter's Moon just going at it when it comes to like these vampires. I don't know why Tigra is gonna be goated in this event, but like she's fucking goated.
No.
Anyway, so they're
that's the same.
They're fighting.
That's
Huh?
the same
It's the
picture.
same?
That's the
Okay.
same picture. Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought it
She's
looked
been
cool.
fighting and helping vampires with Moon Knight in his like last 2 comic book runs, so she's used to this now.
Yeah, she's like, I got you, bro. Anyway, so they're fighting uptown when Spider-Man, specifically Miles Morales, pulls up and he's like, "Hey, did you see Doctor Strange?" And he like freaks him out. And Tiger's like, "Fuck you, man! What the hell?" So those three end up going to see Doctor Strange, and so then they get to the Sanctum Sanctorum. They're banging on the door. Tiger's like, "Strange, open up!" And so we see Strange in his spirit form, and he's like they're explaining what happened.
I'm dead. I died again.
I know this is different, but I'm sending the picture right now. But we get to the next page
Gotcha.
where Strange leads the Midnight Mission and Spider-Man to where Clea is, and it's not the best place for Strange right now. It's not the best time. I swear these past couple years have not been the best for Strange. Like he's just going through it. Anyways, so we don't hang out with them for too long because we gotta meet up back with the Blood Coven. Hey yo! Those are the people that were introducing themselves to Brielle and Dracula. Keep in mind, Dracula and Bloodstorm 1 have history because technically Bloodstorm 1 is a clone of Dracula. I read his wiki page. He's the only one that came from a pre-existing book.
Yeah, they should have said that Bloodstorm should have been saying, "I'm the upgrade," and Dracula was like, "I'm the original." I don't think they.
No. He does say something similar.
Yep.
He does say something similar. So Dracula is like, "I'm Vlad Tepes, Dracula, Lord of all vampires, and you will kneel." And then Bloodstorm is like, "False Lord, false King. We serve the true Lord. We serve the true philosophy of our kind." I know, I had to say it like that. Anyways, so he's like a lord of monsters, a philosophy of the same. And then someone off panel like philosophy, and we see the Avengers, the ones that weren't fucked over by the Blood Coven. So just Carol, Vision, Tony, and Sam. She's like, "Here's our philosophy. We have a lot to avenge," and that's true. They actually do get to avenge shit now.
There you go, Jake. See, Avengers doing their namesake.
I know for once. Anyways, so Bloodstorm is like, "Yeah, you guys go." And so then Bloodstorm is about to send Megrim. And so basically, before she's able to do anything, Vision basically grabs her and brings her up. And I know this is different because I'm sending it to you right now. Carol punches Bloodstorm 1 in the really hard because she can do that. Vision sends Megrim up past the darkness shroud thingy, and she dies. I know this is different, but in the red band, she basically just gets disintegrated. And I low-key kind of want to keep her crown thing. Vision, if you can send that to me, I'll DM you my address. I want that, please and thank you. But anyways, so what the fuck was her name? The one with the many arms. I forgot her name. Smoke Eater. She's like, "What the hell? Like, how dare you?" And Sam's like, "You're gonna pay for the Panther," And so this page is completely different. This is original to the red. Meets up with Bloodstorm 1, whose mask has fallen off. I know this is the first time we've seen him without his mask, and honestly, can I be 100% real with you? He was sexier with the mask.
Post the picture.
I did.
Let's see this ugly bitch.
I just did. Anyways, so in my opinion, my professional opinion, keep the mask on. The mask stays on during sex. Anyways, just kidding. I'm not having sex with this motherfucker. I'm not having sex with anyone. Anyways, so Carol's like, "Tell me what happened. Like, how this happened. Tell me what happened to Blade." And Bloodstorm's like, "Blade, the master, he has become what he was always meant to be, a vessel for our dreams of unending night. Look upon the face of the future of your species, Captain Marvel." And so basically, we cut over to Pain. I think that's what his fucking name was. Oh no, I accidentally ripped it. Okay. What the fuck was his name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jake, the guy looks like you.
No, Cruel. His name was Cruel, not Pain. My bad.
I'm blind for real.
So Cruel is about to like beat the shit, like cause like Tony a lot of pain because that's like his thing. But Tony is like, that razor wave is a great trick. Maybe you can get through my armor, but you can't get through this magnetic field.
Yeah.
So
Take that, Magneto.
so that other guy, the one that looks like a polygon, you know, he
Yeah.
tries to like throw one of his like things at Tony. But guess what? Vision pulls up because he absorbed a lot of solar energy.
Yeah.
So that's Fenzies. Anyways, so Carol throws Bloodstorm 1 into Smoke Eater, and she does a huge blast up into the sky, and it causes like a little hole of like sunlight to come through.
I like the dialogue she says here.
I know. Can I read it? Can I read it?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So she's like, but even at half strength, we are still the Avengers, and that means that no matter how dark the night, we make sure that the sun will always rise again. And you just see the like that was cool. That was great. This is a great
Jake, that is
Dan McKay is very good with their dialogue.
Yep.
Yeah. This is a really good
textbook.
Carol issue.
Yeah, he's been doing a lot of justice for Carol, you know.
And I like how she's wearing her Hellfire Gala fit because she's like, this was custom made. I'm going to wear it. Anyways, so Bloodstorm 1 tells the Blood Coven to fall back, and he warns the Avengers that next time, like there will be a next time. And so Sam tries to like throw his shield at them, and Carol's like, Sam, we will get them. We will take the Impossible City back. We'll save our friends. You know? And Brielle's over here, and she's like, hey, Iron Man, listen, we need to get somewhere. So guess what? The Avengers, Brielle, and Dracula, they pull up to the Sanctum Sanctorum, where Tigra, Hunter's Moon, and Spider-Man are already at. You get the idea? And so Spider-Man is like, oh my god! And like Spider-Man's there, and Brielle looks over, and she's like, oh my god, Spider-Man, someone I know! And she's like, listen, with all this going down, I can't find. And so we see like Miles is like holding his face in like pain. And then spoiler alert, but we've already been talking about spoilers. He rips off part of his mask, and we see that he's been turned into a vampire. We don't know by who, we don't know when, but all you need to know is that he's a vampire right now. And Brielle doesn't know that her dad is responsible for all of this. So yeah. Anyways, you want to know a funny thing? Not even a day after this book came out, Marvel released a new book with Vampire Miles.
Wow.
You couldn't even wait a day, bitch.
You know, it's funny you should also mention that because in this past week, an original vampire wrestler made his debut back into wrestling. You know, so this is a fine time to be a vampire fan, audience.
Yeah,
you know.
But anyways, this was a really good issue. You know, a really good continuation. I'm not reading all of the tie-ins. I do plan on reading the Strange Academy tie-in, but I won't be talking about it here. I'll continue talking about the Dracula one. I will be talking about some of the one-shots because I love all those Peach Momoko covers. Yay! I will not be talking about Wolverine because fuck you. He gets way too many books. But yeah, no, that was.
I want to think of being a vampire. You already got sharp teeth.
Yeah.
No. This is just him fighting vampires.
I swear. Now that Miles. Okay, I swear. Now that Miles.
You would think that the light-based heroes would have a bigger deal in this. Like I saw, like Dagger on a cover of one of these tie-in books, and I'm just like, why isn't she a major player? Her literal like teammate, and I would like to say soulmate, is literally being used as a vessel for all this shit without like his consent.
Yep. Hey, I'm still saying the same thing about Jubilee, you know?
Oh yeah, Jubilee. No, she's getting a one-shot, remember? She's getting a one-shot.
Oh yeah.
But like, where are all the light-based heroes? Like, where the fuck are all they? Like, I want to see Dazzler pull the fuck up and just like blind all these vampires while like singing like disco music. I don't fucking know what you want from me.
Yeah,
where
They're being replaced by Miles. Okay.
I know I say this a lot because I love them, but like no, but for real, where are North Star and Aurora? Like, they can pull the fuck up with all this shit. Like,
Yeah.
literally, one of their powers is if they hold hands, they could create
Mhm.
a like a blast of light so bright that it's like a lighthouse beacon. Like,
Yeah.
where the fuck are all the light-based heroes in this? Like,
He's
where
staying with
Mhm.
Kyle, okay? His family
they're
matters more than
they're
saving the Avengers.
they're either in the North Pole or they're chilling out in space with Kyle. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
It's one of the
Gotcha.
two. It's one of the two. That's my thing. They don't even know what's happening. They're hanging out with all the bird people. I don't fucking know. I don't like the
Good.
Shi'ar. I don't like them.
Meh.
They
Send
don't
all the
give anything
vampires
that
to
I
them.
want.
Send them all there. But there is one moment in this book I did kind of find funny, right? That we glossed over. It was when Miles found Tigra and Moonhunter, and I kind of like
Oh,
I like Miles' dialogue
it's
saying, "Yeah,
Hunter's Moon. It's Hunter's
You
Moon.
gonna be a Moon Hunter? What the fuck?
Hunter's
Hunter's
Moon."
Moon.
Yeah, Miles is like,
What?
yeah, I'm the other Spider-Man. Oh, wait a minute, you're the other Moon Knight, aren't you?
Ooh, ooh.
Oh
We're
yeah,
That
both
has
I want to bring
derivatives.
this up.
it's that hard.
This
Yeah.
plan also was something that was brought up in Blade 3. I don't know if y'all remember. Where Dracula tell you like vampires doing all this dumb shit, they just need to follow you. You are exactly what the vampire race needs. He told that to Blade like
But
the
like,
final scene before he died.
Oh my
I thought that was
god.
funny.
but like
Yeah.
in the Blade book, do they
This is
explain why Blade is turning out the way that he is right now? Like, do they
I,
explain that? I
I
haven't read it.
I
Most
didn't read
likely,
it.
they're gonna wait for some big reveal in this book to tell you why.
Okay.
I would think it has something to do with one, the Darkhold, or two, he drank blood, corrupt blood that
The
made him
Darkhold doesn't
evil.
exist anymore.
Oh yeah, that's true. Something.
I'm sure
Yeah,
they're gonna reveal that he got captured by a vampire at some point. They did something to him.
yeah. I just
Who
love the
knows?
ir- I just
Honestly,
love
who
the
knows?
irony. I just love the irony that this is Blade's version of Secret Empire, where his arch nemesis Dracula is like, God dang it, my greatest enemy is now leading the vampire nation. Like,
And now
whoever
I
thought
have
this
to
would
work
happen?
with his daughter for this shit.
Exactly,
Like, I thought I was supposed to be doing this, not him.
Yeah,
He was supposed to be
yeah.
As
fighting
long,
me. He was supposed to be in my spot.
as long as this ends with Dracula going back to his classic look, I don't care.
Nosferatu.
I
That's
need
how
something between the
Orlok
classic
is
look
gonna
and the
live.
current look. I can't keep doing this current look, man.
Yeah. Yeah, good issue. I mean, none of us were expecting this to kind of be as good as it is. So yeah.
Honestly, out of all the summer events from the past few years, this one and Empire are two of my favorites. Not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm. Oh, geez, Empire's like what back in 2020, man. That was a
Yeah,
while ago.
2020. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
that
I
was a
didn't
while
really
ago.
care for Judgment Day.
Mm-hmm.
The
I thought they sort of X was the best.
Mm-hmm.
um Avengers versus no X Men
It's
versus Inhumans or whatever. Like Axe Judgment
Eternal.
Day. Didn't like Judgment Day.
Mm-hmm.
I will never forgive Marvel for bringing back Star Fox for this event. Um, yeah, whoever decided to do that, I hate you.
Mm-hmm.
But
I,
to the
I'm pretty.
person,
They feel like they only did it because he was going to be in the movie, and then that movie
Yeah,
flopped. And it was bare
yeah,
for it.
yeah.
but to the person who drew that variant cover of Star Fox as an actual fox,
Yeah.
like furry art, applause to you because you got furry art to be in comic shops. So respect. Other than that, I don't like Star Fox.
Gotcha. But she doesn't count as a furry when she had a variant cover in the first issue.
Nah, she's fine.
Okay, okay.
Because at least
Um,
like Cheetah and Tigra, to my knowledge, aren't known for like essaying people. So, you know.
hmm Gotcha, gotcha. But alrighty then. Yeah. Any other thoughts before we move on? Which?
Give me more Blood Hunt and give me my light based heroes, and then we're
No,
good.
we already
Put
have 50
the
issues of
special
the
version
Blood Hunt.
in online
They
after the
don't
event's
post
over.
they don't post it
Hmm
online. They want
Yeah.
you to go
I know.
buy it.
I'm saying
Yeah.
after the event's over and it is out of circulation, they should put it online. Now everybody
hmm
can get to the comic shop. I feel bad if
hmm
people got to look up all these changes every issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I have like audience, I have to physically
Well.
take pictures of the issue of like the book to send
Yep.
to you guys and post it online
Well.
because they don't have it online.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry you guys feel that Marvel shouldn't want their customers to buy them at a comic shop.
Some people can't afford
I
it.
said
Some
when they get
people don't
out
have
of
access to
circulation.
comic book shops.
Mm, yeah, convenient excuse.
Well,
But
use valid excuses, man.
Uber, man, Uber, everybody has it. So,
Some people can't afford a fucking Uber. Have you ever thought about that? Ubers get expensive.
Uber's expensive as hell. Oh my god.
but alright then, audience. With that, we should probably move on. Jake, go ahead.
Miles and Peter wake up to the double dates of their dreams, but things seem to be more than they seem as the story goes on in Spectacular Spider-Man issue number 3.
You can see Miles cheat on his girlfriend for the 5th time. I can't wait.
As a wise man said, as a wise man once said, we go by runs, not by continuity. Right?
Yeah.
But,
it's literally the same time, though. That's the problem.
Hey, Austin. Hey, Austin. He's just taking cues from his Captain America, Sam Wilson. You know?
Listen, the week this came out, the Blood Hunt Miles Morales book come out when he's about to bite his girlfriend. Okay, I don't want to do that.
well, the thing is, can we really count it as cheating? Because it's not actually real.
If in your heart you dream about dating some other girl that you can easily just ask out, yes, I believe I say so. He had multiple years to just be like, "Come on, I like you." Was going to,
but he didn't want to cross that line. They're work friends, okay? But
so was his current girlfriend.
Well, that's true, but it is what it is. But we so this issue, as without bearing the lead, yes, the double date issue that people were waiting on, theorizing on. At least we were. It's not real. It's I think I don't have a problem with that. That's fine. My issue is I don't like the way this comic is written. At first, it started to get annoying. It was getting annoying, and I was kind of alluding to it. But the way this comic is written is that they keep jumping back and forth between different points in time. How many times in this comic you will read the words in the top left corner? Then, meanwhile, back then, forward, now.
It was because he writes it as the TV show. He hasn't really adapted to regular comics yet.
But even in a Spectacular, I don't know what's Spectacular. But go ahead, Cryptid. I keep cutting off.
Yeah, I was about to say Christopher Priest is known for that too. I hate when that happens.
Yeah, and Spectacular, and maybe to Austin's credit, maybe it is just the fact that it's easier to read in a show. But I think in the show, things are happening next to each other, as opposed to this where it keeps jumping back and forward in time. The only time Spectacular Spider-Man was jumping through time like this was in the episode with Molten Man, and we had to see how Spider-Man got to the point where he was fighting him to begin with.
Well, you got to remember, the Spectacular is his only show that he's been on. He did Young Justice and all that other stuff too, where the time jump or become more normal.
Oh, okay. Well, I never really watched Young Justice like that, so
it's in the bad seasons, to be fair.
But yeah, I don't like that because first off, I feel like the way this is written is just so you can be like, "Ooh, what's happening?" Like it's the hook. But I already know what the twist is the moment that they don't just say, "Hey, Gwen's back," which makes it like it's a clone. Then it's like, "No, George Stacy is back, and he's dating and then also
they gotta stop having these people date people like 30 years older than them. This bitch is 80. Stop making her date 40-year-olds. That isn't cool.
Question: is it weird to be dating your in-laws?
Yes. That's technically yes.
You're not related by blood, just by.
It doesn't matter if you're labeled as family or you have been family once. You can't do that.
I think there's a only a specific context where it would be okay, but it's a very slim timing.
Jake. No, like legally, if Aunt May and George get married, one of them cannot get married. Like literally, you can't do that.
Oh, that's like actually bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh.
I would think in some states, not all states.
We can look into it later. But
no, in New York, I looked this up. In New York specifically, you can't do that.
I had to fact check. I was like, "There's no way this shit's allowed." But But yeah, no, like so basically, so the whole issue, I'm just sitting there, I'm like, can I just figure out like how this even happened? I'm not even interested in like the whole like plot that's happening because I know it's fake. You played your hand too hard. Like what I see Gwen and Peter's children, which again is interesting as an idea, but it's like I know it's fake. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
One
bro,
girl.
stop doing it. You're, look, I'm not a Gwen fan, but like, if you were, you gotta be tired of all the random ass teasers, bro. You can't tell me you're not.
This is the carrot and the stick. You know you're never going to reach a carrot, but Marvel just keeps teasing that carrot in front of you. You know,
That's all the Spider-Man character is at this point.
Mhm.
And if you like the idea of, and maybe this, and like I said, maybe this is going to play up later, but if you like the idea of Miles and Kamala, which I don't keep up with Miles comics, so I always shipped it. It's kind of like, well, this is kind of a waste of time. Why am I watching this fake version of their relationship? You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah,
now maybe
they'll be a good couple, but it's like you had time to do that. Why set up this fake thing? You could just had them date. You know?
right. And so like I think that and it's a good date. Like it shows like why they would probably be fine together, at least at first.
Well, to be fair, it's his dream date, so who knows how he'll really act on a date. Of course, they have to go right.
That's true. We do find out that the only reason they're even in this situation is because the villains are trying to figure out who like Spider-Man and Miles are because they can't identify them by face. It's like that scene from Justice League where Lex unmasked. I have no idea who this is. so they keep watching their dreams, but no one says Miles or Peter's last name. All they know is that their name is Peter and Miles. So they're like, I don't know who that is. That could be anybody. Although
to be fair, I like that because Peter's way more well known.
Yeah, Peter should be more
like,
well known.
Peter's known for being in the paper. He's known as the guy who takes pictures of Spider-Man. He's known as being Spider-Man's best friend and had a bodyguard named Spider-Man. But this guy is well known. He's on the industry. He's the top of like the technology industry for like a good few years for the .com. Like people know who Peter is.
Yeah.
But it's a funny idea. But it's like, yeah, I was gonna bring that up too. Like, yeah, it's kind of weird when it's Peter specifically. But yeah, like I said, it's an okay issue. I just like I said, it's just jarring to read. Also, at least it does loop in some things. Like last issue, I was talking about that guy who just randomly knocked out Daredevil, and I was like, what that have to do with anything? Well, apparently, I think that's what they're suggesting. And also, that couple that we keep seeing throughout the issues, they're in the dream world, and I'm like, I don't know if we needed to.
Yeah, he dreamed his girlfriend cheated on him. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know if we need to deviate from. We need to even set those up in prior issues that could have been established here, and that would have been fine. And even Cedric, it seems like Cedric's thing, Miles' friend. It seems like Cedric's thing is that he's in a dream, from my understanding as well. So it's like so something that's basically what the villain's up to. All in all, like I said, I just think this comic is a bit messily written. And it's getting to the point where it's starting to like, I don't know how much I can hang on to it, but we'll see. But we do find out our villains for this arc, and it's not Miles Warren, it is Arcade and Mentala.
I want you to look at your screen and tell me who the fuck you just said. Who are these people?
Arcade from X-Men and Mentalo from whoever the fuck. I don't know who this is from.
He looks like a Fantastic Four villain, really. Like,
yeah, Mutel, is that the nigga from the UFOs from Hulk, I guess?
I think so, yeah. One in Intelligentsia. Yeah, he looks like you would be from them. It's a genius. Let's just keep it simple. He's a genius.
Yeah, he's a genius, and I guess they don't hang out with Spider-Man enough to know Peter Parker, so, you know.
Yeah.
You start teasing clone and stuff, and Warren, you bring back Warren from the grave, and you're like, oh yeah, but the villains are these two random people.
Yeah.
This really is a one-off episode.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, this dude Mentala's a mutant as well. I'm reading it right now. I can't figure out where he first appeared though. Oh, Strange Tales 141. So
oh my god.
Yeah, he's old. Who's Strange Tales?
Strange Tales is Doctor Strange, I believe. If I'm
it seems like he's a Nick Fury villain.
I can't fault a comic creator wanting to bring someone from the toy chest, all right? That's long been forgotten, you know?
I
So,
can't, bro. This is you're supposed to be your spiritual specialist. This is the spectacular Spider-Man, bro. I'm expecting
mhm,
some Spider-Man villain.
Yeah,
mhm,
I was expecting heat, but
yeah,
if we have I don't know. That's basically it. I don't know what to say. It's okay. It's read if you want, but like I said, I don't like the way I don't like the writing style. It's getting a bit too hard for me to like focus with. So honestly, if you
naturally.
want my opinion, this issue should have started because you get the reveal of when they were nabbed. Early later in the issue, they should have just started with that and then just did the dream stuff anyway. The dream stuff is too obvious in the first couple of pages for you not to just know what's happening. So you're just kind of like, what,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So, I don't know.
All
But
right. Is what it is.
it's what it is.
All right. I guess with that, we can move on to the next
Oh,
witch.
fun! It's my
Okay.
turn.
I'll be right back, by the way, guys. So go on, witch.
No, just kidding.
That
Anyways,
was rude of him. Mm-mm.
we're talking about the conclusion of this very tragic gay story of Alan Scott Green Lantern. So it's issue 6. And if you've seen what the cover looks like, you're like, damn, this is very fucking fruity. And you'd be correct, my friend. You would be correct. Anywho, so we start off in the present day. Ooh, present day. And so Alan is talking to someone. We don't know who it is exactly, but we do get a silhouette of this person, you know? And Alan is talking about how Vlad believed that his government sold him out and betrayed him and all this other stuff. But don't worry, we got to go back to the past. We can't sulk too much in the present. That's the
Samurai
whole thing.
Jack.
Huh?
We gotta go back to the past. I started thinking about Samurai Jack. That was my bad.
Yeah, we have to go back to the past because the JSA is currently fighting the Soviet people. I genuinely forgot what their name was. Is it the Red Guard? I don't fucking know. Doesn't matter. They're fighting
Oh,
the
the Winter
Russians.
Guard. Yeah.
The Winter Guard, is that what they're called? No, that's the Marvel characters. Those are Marvel characters.
Oh, my bad. I'm tripping.
Like the Winter Guard has like Omega Red and Dark Star and Crimson Red or whatever his name is. Anyways, so while the JSA are fighting these motherfuckers, Vlad is like, my power's almost like completely drained, you know? And he still wants to fight, but Alan's like, yeah, no, I got you, dude. Don't worry about it. So he tries to like activate the ring with like his willpower, you know, because they're connecting Alan Scott to the core, you know, even though I don't really like that, but that's just me personally. But don't worry,
Mm-hmm.
before like he's able to actually do anything, because like he doesn't have the willpower at the moment to do anything, he gets hit by one of the motherfuckers, you know, like in the back. So that's gotta be lovely. Take some ibuprofen for that later. It'll be fine. Anyway,
Yeah.
so don't worry, the JSA are holding their own. It's cool. And then Vlad's able to pull up and fight off one of them, but he does get his ass beat, and he does get killed. But before he dies, he wants Alan to stay by his side, you know. But guess what? Alan is now pissed off because it's like, what the fuck, man? You just killed him. Like, what purpose did that serve for you, bitch? You know.
Mm-hmm.
And I genuinely forgot these guys' names, but like, I don't care. The guy with the ski mask, he's like, he calls Alan pathetic. You know, Alan and Black pathetic. And
Uh-huh.
so, with the power of the ring, with the willpower, and the power of gay tragedy, he blasts the guy with the ski mask so hard, you know, that it causes like this great blast. But like, keep in mind, so one of them is the guy. Like, one of them is like, puny American Lantern cannot touch the mighty Crimson Host. You
Hey,
know,
don't be knocking America.
bro, this is in the fucking 30s. Give it a fucking moment. This is pre-Cold War. This is Cold War Yowie, okay? And that's not just me coining the term. Ash is also coined the term as well. So, you know, Cold War Yowie, it's gonna be a thing. Old man Yowie, that should be what this is. Anyways, so yeah, they're kind of mocking the power of the Green Lantern of like the Emerald Flame, you know. And then two of the members of the JSA, like one of them's like, do we step in? And Hawkman's like, I don't think we do. Like, you know, like I think Alan's got it covered. And then you just see like a giant, like green, like orb thing pull up, you know. And so like
Yeah.
don't worry. Remember when I said that Vlad died? Well, just kidding. The Crimson Flame actually brought him back because he's the actual host of the Crimson Flame, not these fucking wannabes. Not these fucking wannabes, bitch. Anyways, so Vlad is resurrected by the Crimson Flame, and through his rage, because remember they're connecting Alan Scott to the Green Lantern Corps. Basically through a massive blast of rage, Vlad kills them. He kills every single one of the Red Guard or whatever the fuck they're called.
No!
Oh my god, no, such a tragedy. Oh no.
My favorite random villains I just met.
So like Jay Garrick is like, oh my god, and Alan's like, are they fucking dead? And Vlad was like, and he says, and I quote, "We were chosen, they are not. I think that's why it brought me back again." And Alan was like, "We had them. They didn't need to die. Why would you kill them?" And oh my god, this scene is so fucking tragic, dude. So like, so I'm gonna just spell out the scene real quick. So Vlad is looking like endearly at Alan, and he's like, "I'm the villain." And Alan is looking at him back kind of somberly, and he takes the ring off of Vlad's finger and basically puts cuffs that are like emerald cuffs on him, not in a kinky way, and then like you're going to prison way. Mm-hmm. And Vlad's like, "Look at that. Told you could do it." Yeah. And like, dude, that just hurts my soul so badly, dude. That just hurt so badly when I read it. I was like, what the fuck? Keep in mind, a lot of the times I'm at work when I'm reading these books, so like I was reading this and I was like, what the fuck, man? Can't have nice things. Anyway, so a few weeks later, Alan gets out of a cab, and remember his cab driver friend? Well, he's still here, and he's like, the Green Lantern himself, man, cape and all, riding around, Mm-hmm. And all this other stuff. And so basically, Alan is going somewhere, obviously, and he's talking to a person whose voice, like in the narration box, is red. So Alan's like, do you ever think about the forces that brought us together? And as you could probably guess who I'm talking about, it's Vlad. He's like, Stalin's ambition was the force that brought us together. And Alan's like, among other things. And so basically, Alan is telling Vlad about like what's happening in Europe at the moment. If you know, you know, because this is during war times. We love war times, apparently. Any whoosies. So basically, what we figure out sooner or later is that Alan is trying to get information about the Crimson Flame from Vlad. That's basically what he's trying to do, But Vlad is like, look, Alan, promise me you'll stop him before it's too late. Like, he's talking about what's going on, And keep in mind, Alan's a time traveler. Like, this is new. And so basically, there's a scene before he leaves where Alan's like, you called yourself the villain. I just came to tell you, while the world may see you that way, I won't. And Vlad's like, I killed people, innocent people, just to get to you. And I'm gonna like kind of briefly go through this because this is a lot of dialogue. But Alan is like saying, and you'll pay dearly for your crimes. But I know you. Like, I know what you went through as a child, as a man. I know how they manipulated you, confused you, convinced you to fight their war, and how in the end they discarded you. I know what it's like to be blackmailed, used, and forced into confrontation with who and what you are because of who and what you are. Most of all, I know the dark place you go when you feel alone, because I've been there too. It's a long road out, and maybe to find your way, all you need is for someone to shine a little light, which is why I came here to say, though the world may never forgive you, I do. And keep in mind, there, Alan and Vlad were kind of putting their hands up together, but they didn't fully do that. And Vlad's like, funny words to say to a man without a ring on his finger. And so Alan phases through the wall, and he's like, I don't think you need it anymore. And you just see like, so Vlad's hands are still handcuffed, and then you see him put up his hands close to his face, and he's like, funny, my love, I was just thinking the same thing. And he still has the Crimson Flame. He still has it, even if it's in small doses. Mm-hmm. Anyways, so he goes up to the roof, and someone's like, well, and we find out that he's like a British guy or whatever. He's like a British government person, and he's like Alan's like, oh yeah, he knows where the flame is, but he's not talking, and that. And I'm assuming this is like Churchill or whoever the fuck this is. I don't know who the fuck this is, but I'm just gonna say British dude because he looks like British dude. And so he's
Okay.
like, "Damn it, go back down there and get the information." And Alan's like, no, I'm not gonna do that." And British dude's like, excuse me, like I basically own you, dude. I could ruin your life. And like, Alan's like, I don't give a shit what you can do to me. You know what? Fuck you. Me and the JSA are becoming independent and you can suck our dick. Like people are getting fucked, like people like me are getting fucked over for like our entire lives and everything. Like the least that we can do, like we're still gonna be here, bitch. I don't give a fuck anymore. You know? And remember Alan's friend from the second issue, the one that maybe got a lobotomy, but I hope that
Yes.
she didn't. Well, guess what? They're here,
Mm-hmm.
like performing and living our best life. We love that. Anyways, so yeah, Alan's like a big fuck you to this guy, and he's like, oh yeah, the JSA is going independent now, so fuck you. Anyway, so we go back to the present day, and Alan finishes up his little story. To guess what? His son, Obsidian, I believe that's what his name is. I forgot his name, but like he's like, oh, but what about, and Alan's like, oh, your mom? Oh yeah, don't worry about that. Like they weren't the only women, however, and like Obsidian was like, does that mean like you're, and he's like, fluid? No. But keep in mind, this was like the 40s and like 50s or whatever, so he kind of did have to hide who he was as a person, and it's like not to say that he doesn't care for the women that were in his life. Like he's not saying that at all, but like it was like a whole thing,
Yeah.
and he wouldn't have changed it for the world because he actually does love his kids. And so yeah, so Alan like changed out of his superhero gear and into like his normal gear. Keep in mind, he had like this full-grown beard, and I'm like, it actually looks really good on him, not gonna lie. Anywhoosies, so Obsidian makes a funny like weakness to wood joke, because like if you know anything about the original Green Lantern, he had a weakness to wood, and you can like play that in like two different ways. So
Yeah.
But anyways, so Obsidian changes out of his superhero gear into his formal gear, and they go to the train. Where are they going? Fuck if we know. Anyways, so we have an epilogue back in 1941, and Alan is writing a little letter to himself. Yay! Basically telling him that like no matter what happens, like you are loved and all that other stuff. Like that's the basic gist of it. But I really did like how it ended. And the final panel is of Alan and the whole JSA just chilling out, doing their thing, But
Yeah.
yeah, that's basically the end of Alan Scott Green Lantern. Love the book. I don't read a lot of Alan Scott books. I don't read a lot of JSA in general, as the audience knows. I don't read a lot of DC, and when I do, I just read the same Clarion books and the same Wonder Twins miniseries. So yeah.
You
But
talking about the one where the first page is like talking about how back on that point we could have orgies where everyone turns into animals.
Yeah, that one. That one. It was a great book regardless. Anyways, but no, I actually really did like this book, It is a bit more like I think the word deeper, I wouldn't use that as the word, but like that's kind of what I'm saying. But like I do love the writing, I do love the character dynamics. It's a very tragic story, but it does have a happy ending. It's one of those stories that does have a happy ending. And oh, I forgot to let you guys know, Black does break out of prison. Just letting you know that now.
Yeah.
But that's not as important. But like, great book, recommended to all. Go read Alan Scott Green Lantern or else. Yeah, go read this book. Anyways, that's it. Let's move on.
Gotcha. Alrighty then. With that out of the way, let's move on to the next book, audience. And I got this one. or should I say, both me and Austin have this one. Rogue Sun number 19. Did you read this, Austin?
I read it. Yeah, I'm up to date.
Okay, okay, cool, cool. To keep the audience up to date, Rogue Sun is part of the Massiverse from Image Comics. Good book, good book. To me, this is my favorite out of the whole Massiverse line, and it's just coming back after like what 4 month hiatus.
Yeah,
Damn.
I don't understand what's going on. Like we're still in the middle of the war, the
Yeah,
timeline, and like this shit
dude,
should be over, man.
dude, this like is that war even still going on? Because I can't remember the last time I
Yeah,
read
we're
a book.
still we I
Yeah,
don't think issue 29 still came out yet. We end on 31.
yeah. Yeah, I mean something is going on. Like right now, we're down to like the last three books. We have Rogue Sun,
Radiant
of
Black
course,
and No One.
Radiant Black, and No One. Yeah, but No One, we can understand that dang podcast just delays it all this time. But basically, Rogue Sun. This is pretty much picking up right after like a really big event that happened with Rogue Sun. Like he and his father went through a whole ordeal between basically a war between all the other previous Rogue Sons in history. So it was an epic battle, but by the end, like Dylan kind of admits that yes, even though I hate my father, I hate him for leaving me as a kid. I
Very
hate him
valid reason.
for being big. Yes, every reason you could think of to say "fuck you" to your dad. That's what Dylan's father is. But Marcus is he's good at being a hero, and he knows how to help Dylan reach his potential with the power of the Rogue Sun. So Dylan has to admit, yes, I do need his guidance. So yeah, this is pretty much, and Marcus right now he's kind of like a little bit of warming up with his son Dylan. Like he's actually does want to mentor him. And they kind of start this journey off by them going after one of Morningstar. Morningstar is the big arch villain of this story. He's basically like the archangel. Apparently, one of his top lieutenants was a villain by the name of Alienator, and this is big because like a bunch of the prisoners that Marcus had locked away, a lot of them got freed. Um, after the last arc. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward as to their approach. I mean, the Alienator just looks like a lizard guy with gladiator armor. But what kind of made this issue interesting is like this is being told from two different perspectives of the same story. Like half the book, like when I was reading it, there was definitely some texts uh, overlapping some other word bubbles, and you come to find out that no,
Yeah.
this is because like, yep, this is because one half of the story is Dylan's perspective, and once you reach half the book, you get that same story, but from Marcus's perspective. You know?
I almost left the book too, so I was very surprised. I actually scroll down
Yeah,
a little bit more. And I'm like, oh,
yeah,
there's more. I was
yeah. I
left.
know. Yeah, that was really weird. I mean, even the cover kind of matches it too, because the cover is like it's like one of those Jack of Hearts you see in a card, right? You have both sides of Rogue Sun's face pointing in opposite directions. Yeah, you see Marcus and Dylan from two opposite sides, but when you literally turn the book over, it's the opposite side. With yeah, yeah, that's what I like about this writer. He finds new, intriguing ways of you to read for you to read a comic book. But basically, by the end, they are able to stop the Alienator, and you come to find out that like both of them have like a little secret that they're hiding from the other person. I'm assuming Dylan doesn't want to tell his dad that he led his one of his friends from high school to die, and there is a secret with Marcus that he has history with Morningstar, that he doesn't want to tell his son, otherwise that will forever tear them apart or something like that. So,
I think Dylan is something we
uh-huh.
haven't seen yet. Cause they're like, I doubt his dad would be like, oh, you let some kid die? Damn, you're terrible. Fuck you. Like he don't really have a lot of choices in the situation.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think the
yeah.
dad thing is hiding something with the origin of Red Sun or some deal he
Mm,
made that probably
yeah.
fucked over Dylan. Probably like with the mom situation and stuff.
Oh, that's probably true. I don't
But
think we.
I'm confused about the really.
Yep, yep. I mean, I
Unless
don't
you
even
mean
think
like
we got.
bringing in the family and stuff, but that's about it.
Yep. I mean, I don't even think we got a full explanation as to why Marcus abandoned Dylan. More, the best explanation we got is like, he just did that to kind of toughen Dylan up or something like that. You know. But yeah.
I really liked it
Good.
though. They showed the difference between both the father and son, and while the son
Hmm.
is genuinely trying to get his dad a chance, the dad while his like so Dylan's being an asshole on the outside, but on the inside he's trying his best. But it's the what? But the dad, he's acting like he's trying his best on the outside. Really, like this kid's a retard. This kid's dumb. This kid's terrible. He gonna get us all killed. Look at him being naive. You think villains can be
Yeah.
redeemed? This dude don't care. He's just lying. Watch, he's gonna be possessed by the devil in like 5 minutes. Boom, there it goes. It's like
we had
bro,
to, we had to kill the bad guy or lock them up in the mystical jewelry for all eternity. Basically,
even when he
those
gives
are
him a
the only
compliment,
choices.
it's like even when
Yeah.
he gave his son a compliment, it's like he's like, look at him being pleased with that bullshit. I'm like, bro, come on. This is terrible.
I know, right? But I don't think Marcus realized that Dylan went through a whole character development arc after his friend got killed, So Dylan is trying to take this superhero gig seriously from now on. Originally he just wanted to be a better rogue son to kind of give the middle finger to his dad, like saying, "Yeah, I'm keeping this pattern. I'm going to be a better hero than you ever were, old man." Like, but now, yeah, he saw the loss of his friend, and he's like, "Okay, now I want to be in this for the right reasons."
Yeah,
So yeah, there's that. Uh, Not really much to delve into this. I mean, I'm just happy we got to talk about Massiveverse book, in quite some time.
yeah.
So
That's
yeah,
they're fumbling this universe right
yeah.
now.
It's a slow crawl right now. They're just down to their final three at the moment. Radiant Black, Rogue Sun, and no one. Eesh.
Yeah,
And
but
even no
you should
one.
never take a big hiatus in the middle of an event. That's how DC messed up Doomsday Clock. Well, it's supposed to be like their biggest event ever, and then people just
Mhm.
stopped caring.
Yep, yep. That is true. But all right then. Let's. That's it for this book. Which go ahead.
Yay! I heard Skull Crusher issue 3 out of 5. I'm so upset that this is also a miniseries. I don't know why I'm reading so many miniseries, but
Hmm.
shut up.
Yeah.
Anyways, so we start off with our crew. They're on the road. They're trying to get to like the tournament, and Cutter Dan and is being the worst. It's great, but don't worry.
Hmm.
Don't worry. Our lovely team leader is fighting back, but don't worry. Our lovely coach is like, I'm not in the
Yeah.
mood. And she's like, yo, you gotta stay sober for this shit, And keep in mind the twins are like, I don't trust anyone but them, and they point at each other. Keep in mind they're both canonically NB, so yeah. Anyway. So like the twins are also like behind the other three, and they're like, he bites, be careful. And so Trini is like, okay, I don't have a team. I have a collection of mean people who hate each other, and the newest player, well. So our lovely coach found a goalie, and guess what? It's David, the mutant bear man, who is mostly just
Ooh.
a bear with a hat on.
Yeah.
I don't know what you want from me. It's just a bear.
As long as he
Something
doesn't
like
have
that.
pants. As long as he doesn't have
Yeah,
pants. That's a golden rule of bears. They are not allowed to have pants.
you
No, but he got a hat though. He got a hat though. He got
Hmm.
like a baseball cap.
Yeah.
It's a
Anyway,
bear
so
from
everyone
Texas.
is, but like everyone's just like, he's a bear. Like, what part of this guy's a man? And our lovely coach is like, no, he's a mutant bear man. He's wearing a hat. Show me a bear that can do that. You know.
Yeah.
And one of the twins is like, that one right there. You know. It's like it's great. He's like trying to vouch for the bear. Anyways, don't worry about it. They keep the bear. But keep in mind, there's a tournament coming up. You know, there's a paintball tournament. And it's not going to be fun because there's overlords and all that other shit. So, yeah. Anyway, so they got to do team bonding exercises because they all hate each other for the most part. And so basically, our lovely coach uses one of the twins' like arm weapon thing to knock out everyone with like the darts because, you know, darts. But, and loads them all into like a cart to like put them in the truck or whatever the fuck it is, like the vehicle in question. And so they're all dropped off in like this abandoned like building. I don't know. It kind of looks like a school. I'm just gonna say it's school.
Okay.
And so basically they all wake up and like Trina's like, Coach, did you knock us out? And the coach is like, okay, the fact that you were so distracted by arguing, I could get a drop on you. So we're doing team building exercises. And the twins are like, where are our weapons? Like, why are all the doors locked? And our lovely coach is like, that's a team building exercise. I have a hidden key to unlock the place, and you gotta go find it. And don't worry, make sure to include David, who, remember, is a mutant bear man, aka So they all start running away from the bear because, you know, it's a bear. And Trini's like, the coach is right. Like, we gotta like figure our shit out. You know, we gotta do this. And guess what? Besties? They find the key, and they use David to basically just like crash into one of the walls of lockers. So Dan is able to grab the key, and he puts it in, and it starts like electricity starts coming out of the lock. So Trini gets him out of the way. You know, and the twins are like, what the hell? Like, how did the coach like do all this so fast? You know, and Trini's like, I don't think it was the coach, but we gotta go because like this poisonous gas is coming out. And so our coach gets kidnapped, kind of. And he's like, hey, like by this like one guy. And he's like, hey, you could just walk away now. You can have all this booze, you know, like you can help us win. You know? But like keep in mind, the rest of the team is trapped in a locker right now, and they're all bonded. So like Dan's like, so why Skull Crusher? You know, like the league is full of like great players like me. Like, why worship her? And the twins are like, you're not in the league. You know, like one of the twins like, you're not in the league. And Dan's like, I will, but that's besides the point. Like, but like, why her? And Trini explains that Skull Crusher is the reason why she found her purpose and all this other stuff. So like, very, very fruity explanation. I'm not getting into it today. If you wanted the full on reading of dialogue, go listen to my other freaking comic talk. Yeah. Anyways, so the twins are like, you better not fall in love on top of us. You know, and like Trini's like, I love Skull Crusher only, and I'm like, that's weird. I'm like, you know what? I love you for that. I just love this crew. Like, I love the twins so much. Anyways, so David opens the door of the locker, you know, but don't worry. Our coach pulls up with a chainsaw and is like, yo, we gotta go. You know, and they're like, oh my god, coach, you didn't abandon us. And he's like, of course I didn't. Now let's get going, dude. But don't worry, they made it. They're about to be late for the big tournament, but don't worry. Someone's gotta sing our national anthem by a cute little angel baby Dave. What do you think this little child how do you think this little child sings? I want you to guess.
Like an angel.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Like a choir.
Sure, yeah, we could say that. Totally not metal. But don't worry. Our lovely team, podunk little team, they make it in time to fight the Plague Town masks. And these guys are familiar if you went back like 2-3 pages. 3 pages. 3 pages. Go down back 10 pages, you recognize one of them. So they start playing the game, you know? It's great. Also, like David is disappointing our lovely coach because it's like we said, he's just a bear. So don't worry. Yeah, I actually worry because they're using chemical warfare in this sports game. Which basically just knocked out like the entire front row. I don't know if it killed them or if it just knocked them out, but let's just say it knocked them out. You know, but don't
Yeah,
worry,
yeah,
don't worry. This team ain't giving up. You know, they're using their weapons, like their darts and all this other stuff, which we'll find out about the dart, like how useful the darts are later. But yeah,
yeah.
they're spiteful against this team. But don't worry. So basically, Dan's like, David, honey, and uses like the ball to give Dan the illusion that it's actually honey. And so they
Mm-hmm.
go off. But guess what? One of the
What?
members of the other team uses arsenic on the other team. So it causes them to start bleeding from like their eyes, nose, and mouth. So that's not
Gross.
fun. Basically, this guy's doing anything in his power to win because like most of
Yeah,
his
yeah,
mate is down. But
yeah.
guess what? We find, you know how like the darts that one of the twins knocks out people. Well, it actually is and the antithesis of these guys is like poison and shit like that. So
Okay.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, Podunk little team wins, and guess
Pretty
what?
cool.
Trini gets her own card. Yeah, Trini Wastelander, she gets her own card. I'm just saying, if they actually make these cards, I would actually buy them all. So give me these
You hear
cards,
that?
man.
Make the
Boom
card.
Studios. Boom Studios, give me
Yeah.
the cards.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, yeah. So yeah, we get a final little message being like, this is a message to all my beloved tyrants. A new amusement has been brought before me. A game within a game has been proposed, and it is one I think we shall all enjoy. Every match the Podunk team plays, and we'll have a new tyrant surprise. One that targets that team and their captain. Ignore the first striker. Concentrate on the second. And a seat by my side to the tyrant that kills the girl from Podunk. And that's where it ends.
Mm-hmm.
And it's from this one guy with like Vash the Stampede style hair. If you know who I'm talking about, specifically talking about the original Trigon, not Stampede. But anyway, that's where the issue ends. So basically, this guy is trying to get this girl killed for like no fucking reason. So
Yeah.
pop off, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, that's where the issue ends. This is a really good and fruity book. I do recommend it. And if I can get any one of my friends to cosplay the twins with me, this will be great. So
Go for it, man.
hit me up if you're down.
There you go.
Anyways, that's it.
Speaking of if we're down, we have time for one more book, audience, and I'm going to talk about it to get it away, just get it out of the way for next week.
Yeah.
Now,
I'm
audience,
surprised they ended this with 7 issues, to be honest.
audience, we started with something amazing. We talked about something spectacular. Now, to end it all off with something superior. Superior Spider-Man number 7.
I won't lie. I forgot
Yeah.
that was one of them. I thought you were talking about Justice League versus Godzilla.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I can say that for next week.
You know, it's fine. Jake posted a
Okay, well, okay, you know what? Let's save the superior discussion for next week then, audience. All right.
You've been
Next
spared.
week?
You've been spared with one
Yeah,
week.
yeah, wait, you better thank King Kong for this, all right? Because something epic did happen here.
I thought you guys were gonna talk about it. I was like down.
Damn. Well, maybe we have time, like, depending on how much time we have left. But anyway, let's talk about Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong. Now, keep in mind, audience, this is the Titans from the current monster universe. With Godzilla, with King Kong, with the Godzilla act.
Legendary's Monsterverse, whatever they called it.
There you go. There you go. To catch you up to speed, Superman just got back from being one-shotted by Godzilla. Yeah. Well, okay. Keep in mind, he had his guard down. Superman took a hit to save Shazam. All right. Um. So
You just thought it was a kryptonite being the way you flew that. That shit was funny.
hey,
That,
hey, hey,
I'll tell
he,
you that. Didn't nobody see that shit coming. That shit was hilarious.
hey, like, he let his guard down. But anyway, Batman and Cyborg end up using a boom tube to send Superman to the sun, right? And now he's back, fully charged. He comes up, and the first person he comes up to is Lois Lane. And with the power of the sun, he finally works up the courage to finally say it. Will you marry me? There you go.
Also, she's in the watchtower and like the control thing just hammering the controls. You see that panel? And she's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, I
"Damn it,
see
where's
that.
Clark?" I was like, "You about to blow the whole place up? We're gonna calm down. What are you
Gotcha.
doing? You know what these things gonna activate?"
That is true. That is true. But anyway, but before they could get on with the wedding plans, they had to get back to business. You have all the kaiju's going all full force on the planet. Now, keep in mind,
Yeah,
audience, we have Mecha Godzilla from the Godzilla vs King Kong movie. We have the giant mammoth. I don't know what his name is. We have a
Behemoth.
bunch of the behemoth. There you go. We have a bunch of scroll crawlers, and
Yeah,
we have one specific scroll crawler that was resurrected by Ra's al Ghul with the Lazarus Pit, and this is basically basically think of the scroll crawler if he got hit by gamma rays or something. Like he
yeah,
got
definitely the Hulk
upgraded.
form.
Hulk form, yeah, bone armor and all this stuff. He's even bigger than King Kong at this point. And what do the heroes have? Well, Batman comes in with his Batbot. Yeah, yeah.
I I
See,
hate
see
when they
where
do the
where
Bat
you
God stuff. This man's a detective. Stop making
yeah.
him the greatest scientific mind to ever exist and not
You don't, you
entertain
don't,
the scene.
hey, you don't need scientific minds when you have billions, Austin.
Also,
So
isn't that what Lucius Fox is for? To be his tech guy? Why does Batman have to be the tech guy?
Well, to be fair, I don't think they've done any comics in like 30
hey,
years.
he has Cyborg and Flash co-piloting this bot with him, right? So they had some hand in helping to create this robot. It just has Batman's logo on it, all right. But anyway, he's part of the good guys fight. You have the Green Lanterns. You have
Bro, you're destroyed.
Hal, John, Guy, and even Simon and Jessica, they all combine their powers into one to create a giant robot to fight
It's
against
everybody but
the.
Kyle.
Yeah, I know, but hey, Simon needs some love too. All right, you know.
Oh,
Okay,
I get it.
and okay, and then if you think that wasn't enough, Beast Boy comes in here and he turns into a giant ape the size of
To be
Kong.
fair, he did have an issue beforehand too. He fought Kong for a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
But
I didn't know he could do this, but I guess after that World War Beast arc that happened not too long ago with Teen Titans, I guess Beast Boy got upgraded or something like that. You know?
he could do this for a while, as long as it's an animal. But he had to like
Okay.
the problem with him was he had to like feed an animal. Like he
Yeah.
couldn't just make up something. So
Okay.
but the thing that threw me off, there's a scene in here where Jessica Cruz used the Green Lantern power to make a
Yeah.
smelling salt, and it's how to wake
Oh,
someone up for real. I don't know what
yeah.
the fuck. That don't make no sense. So how Green Lantern power?
I know, right? But hey, you do what you can, even if it's bullshit laws. Go up against kaiju's.
Yeah.
So,
Guy Gardner died, which is good.
yes, audience. Gorilla Grodd kills Guy Gardner. That is very sad, very tragic. But in doing so, Guy's ring goes to a new wielder, the one with the will, the American kaiju himself, King Kong, has the Green Lantern ring.
I'd have been heated. Every time y'all got more
Well,
will than a monkey, like I'm just saying, bro.
Hey,
I've been mad personally.
hey, you have to have serious, intense will to go after to sacrifice your life for the woman all the time. You know?
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. He's like beauty
But
kills the beast and all that stuff. You know, he's determined to protect her. You know, that takes will.
anyway, before we get to that part, Kong and Beast are losing the skull crawlers. By the way, regular skull
Hmm.
crawlers. It's kind of embarrassing.
Hey, they're getting
One
jungle, right? There's multiple ones.
one of them is Supergirl and choking one out with the lasso of truth. I'm like, bro, I thought that
and
was
God,
funny, man.
yeah, Mecha Godzilla is pretty much wasting the Batbot.
Yeah, it's really like one sided right now. This fight.
Hmm. And this is where you ask yourself, wait, where's Godzilla in all this? Well, you see, after Superman goes to free Shazam, you know, Billy's saying he's sorry he was the reason Superman got hit, and Superman's like, water under a bridge. But speaking of water under
Yeah,
a
so
bridge,
this I'm like, bro, get off me. The world's in danger. What else to do?
yep, yep. Superman's like, I have a score to settle with Godzilla. And audience, Godzilla had to fight with the Kraken in Atlantis. And that ended with Aquaman using chains made of nth metal to hold Godzilla underwater, you know?
Yeah, he has
So,
one around his like foot. He just can't
yeah.
see.
So Superman comes and he's like giving a speech. Is like, look, I hold nothing against you, but I want you to understand. I do know why you attacked me. You're meant to preserve the natural order, and you know, being transported to a world of metas is not something you ask for. Look, I'm sorry for that, and I will help you return home after this battle. And then Godzilla tries shooting at him with his atomic breath, and Superman's like, oh, not this time. He quickly dodges it and just back punches Godzilla to the ground. You're like, okay, if Superman wanted, he could have killed Godzilla. All right, audience?
No.
Just, yeah, yeah. Dude, do you see the way he punched Godzilla? Like, he was like on the ground
And you see
after
how
that,
Godzilla
man.
just but yeah, he fell to 40, he got up. He literally gets up the next panel, no problem.
Yeah, 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 yeah. You want another one of those smacks, Godzilla? Okay, we could do this all day.
That's like saying Kong could have killed Godzilla and Godzilla versus Kong. You'll knock him on the floor. Godzilla got up
It
two
just,
seconds. Doesn't matter.
it just shows like Superman can dodge his atomic breath. All right, and he literally
Oh,
gets a
I
miss.
agree. But this
You
is
got,
supercharged. Got Superman to be fair.
yeah, yeah. But anyway,
He
so
said it himself. He's charged and then some. He came
okay.
back.
Okay, but anyway, he's like, look, I'm not here for a rematch. I just need you to get mad enough to follow me. So he unlocks Godzilla from his chain, and they all come in and enter the battle, right? This is right as King Kong gets the Green Lantern ring, and what does he construct? His trademark Godzilla axe, and he starts slaughtering the
and,
rest of
and
the
y'all
skull
say
crawlers.
and y'all say Hal Jordan isn't creative.
Hey, he's a monkey. Come on. What do you expect him
He
to
had a
do?
will, but not the creativity, huh?
Mhm. But anyway, so yeah, the fight happens, and you see like Wonder Woman, Shazam, Donna Troy, and Supergirl all decide to team up to go up against Mechagodzilla. And keep in mind, Mechagodzilla is being controlled by Lex Luthor right now. So half of them go for one arm, while the other goes to the other side, and they're like, "Make a wish, Lex Luthor," and they literally disarm Mechagodzilla.
They
But
make
you
this
know,
shit seem so easy. They could just did it just 5 minutes ago. This shit been over.
I know, I know. But he still has his atomic breath, and he was going to give one last shot to the giant Batbot. But what does the Batbot do? He grabs Mechagodzilla and breaks the back, Bane style. Like I can imagine Bruce is like saying, "Oh, I love being on this side of that end." So, so yeah, that's how Mechagodzilla goes. But unfortunately, the big scroll crawler ends up destroying. Um, the
The Batbot.
Batbot. Yep. And keep in mind now that the Green Lanterns lost some of their Green Lanterns, their giant construct Gundam isn't looking too good either. So then that's when Superman and Godzilla come in, and the two of them go after the scroll crawler, and they do a combined atomic breath and heat vision into the scroll crawler's mouth, while King
Yeah,
Kong comes in and cuts the guy's head off.
yeah. If you know
Yeah.
anything about Godzilla, it comes in. It's like the ending of Godzilla X Kong. Where like the moment he
Mhm.
sees Shiva and the monkey, like, bro, yeah, it's go time. And he literally falls
Yeah.
in and starts running. He forgot all.
Hmm.
He didn't care anything about Superman anymore, despite being mad and chasing him in.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah, the end of the
And
fight was very anticlimactic. I'm not gonna lie.
oh, you
And then the
can't.
ring is like, "Fuck Kong, we're out of here." And like, what? That's not how the ring work.
I got the David X Machina of this thing called the Dreamstone that just sends them all back to where they came from. You know,
Yeah, you're just like, "Oh, where did you find that stone?" Yeah, it was on Godzilla split. Yeah,
this
the whole
whole
time.
time.
Yeah, we
They
could have
even
stopped this the day he showed up. Funny
Yep.
enough.
Exactly. And it just ends with Superman and Lois having a picnic together and talking about their wedding. So yeah. It
I
books like
don't think
these
it's
are
a good
just a
crossover.
novelty. Yeah. Books like these are a novelty. I mean, you're really just expecting giant monster matches with this book, you know?
Yeah,
And the
but it's
thing
like you chose a specific time period, and then you chose a specific time period before Lois and Clark got married, and then
yeah.
every choice after that was like of heroes and stuff way after they happened. Like it did not matter why you chose the time
Yeah.
period. It just wanted to do that in the story.
It's like the worst part of Wolverine versus Predator when the writers trying to make this canon, with the idea,
Yeah, it's like
So,
I get it,
mhm,
but it's like come on. Like, this will be an
mhm,
entertainment. You have to take so many weird liberties. You want these characters to be here,
yep,
just have it set in the time period. It's not a big deal.
yep. That is true. But yeah, 7 issues. I think it lasted for as long as it needed to without getting dull. We got to see Green Lantern King Kong. How many of y'all could see a kaiju with a Green Lantern ring? Come
We
on.
should have got Red Lantern Godzilla.
Oh, oh, wow. Yeah, but Kong, man, Kong. We needed his axe again. So yeah, that's it for this book, audience.
They should have
And
made Kong a axe out of knife metal, whatever it's called.
okay, there you go. Or just make Mega Godzilla that. But yeah. Anyway, with that, we're done with that, and we have just enough time for one more book, and we're getting this out of the way. Superior Spider-Man #7, audience. All right, we're finishing this. Okay. So, in case you guys need an update, Superior's Otto
Whoa.
Octavius invaded the minds of Spiders Man, meaning, and he used all those spiders to take over the brain of Bailey Briggs Spider Boy. And because of his powers to communicate with spiders, he's able to control the rest of the spiders around his area to go into the bodies of other people and make them autos.
That's gross.
Yay! Yay! Who is dissing Bailey Briggs's ability to talk to spiders again? Oh, okay. I see you guys have nothing to say to that now. Yeah.
Yeah,
Talking to
well,
spiders is cool power. But yeah, you see like Otto, he's Superior Spider Boy with his helmet. He's like thanking this boy's power to talk to spiders as the key to him dominating the city. And you see him sending all his spiders all across the people in New York. Like, as they're sleeping, they have spiders crawling up their mouths and nose and ears and this and that. Hey, keep in mind, audience, true fact, you eat like 12
that's not
spiders,
true. That's
like
not
12
true.
spiders a
Stop
year,
selling that
12 spiders
lie.
a
That
year.
isn't true, people. That isn't
It was
true.
it's a Snapple fact, man. You challenge a Snapple fact, all right? I read it
I
in the bottle
will.
cap. They say a spider crawls up your mouth 12 times a year while you're sleeping. But anyway, we cut back to Peter and Anna Maria as they're coming into New York, and they're noticing everybody's being turned into autos. Even the garbage man. He's like saying, "Wait, you're now Otto Octavius?" He's like, "Oh, but of course I am." But even and yes, I understand my position in this world. This place still needs waste management disposed of properly, but I'll be doing it in a superior method. Even taking out garbage has an evil genius intent behind it, audience. Like even when
Indeed.
even when the cops come in to arrest Spider-Man, they don't say "Hold arms in the air." They say the die is cast. Oh boy! But anyways, Peter makes it out with Anna Maria, and he's like reminiscing, like, "Dude, this is like Spider Island all over again." And like he realizes the way to stop this is he has to get the helmet he has back in Oscorp, and then you cut back to Superior to the actual Otto Octavius. Now the supernova with him, and he's going to turn her into an endless source of power. Finally, at long last, let Otto have this moment, Austin. All right, you know.
Whatever.
So so yeah, Supernova is like, I can't believe I'm in this exact position again, and Otto's like, silence, woman. Isn't this ironic? It's as if we never even left oh, from last year. I'm about to turn you into an endless source of renewable energy, only for a group of villains to come behind Otto. Otto's like, wait, what is this? Wait, who are you? How the hell did you get past all my defenses, all my traps, all my security? And it's just a bunch of D-list villains and the Wrecking Crew, and they're like saying, "Well, we kind of are you right now, and we know what we would do if we want set traps. So, yeah, Otto, we need you to come with us. We have some big
Oh
news
my
for
god.
you." And Otto doesn't know what the hell is going on. He's like saying, "Don't you dare order me around!" And the villains all talk in unison. But Otto, we are you. We are one mind. But you are the original, the unparalleled genius. We live to serve the one true Otto. Okay. Well, come out here. Come outside. We got something to show you. Very well, but if this is a trick, you won't live to regret it. And that's when he goes outside and he sees a whole horde of people all coming at him, talking in unison, telling him, "We are one. We are one colony. We have you to thank, Otto. Thank you so much for elevating us. Thank you for making us superior. Otto, Otto,
This,
Otto."
this is like when Tony Stark made everyone smart as him, and then we got mad.
Yeah, yeah. But instead of Otto being mad in this, Otto's like, "It, it is glorious. Thank you." The creepy ass smile he has is like he has like this big weird smile of relief, like, this is what I wanted. This is me sharing my genius with the world.
No god.
Oh my god. And hey, okay, Austin, give the superior experience a chance. And for anybody who's worried that Otto would jack off to like your former girlfriend or ex or whatever, keep in mind they will be superior too. So if he does do that, it'll be like he's jacking off to himself. All right.
Now worse, I was trying to fuck my grandmother.
They will be superior too, Austin. But anyway, this is where you get Peter and Anna Maria, right? They end up summoning the forces of Otto's superior underlings. The ones that were assigned to stay underwater and guard this Octrinium.
Yep.
And because they remain underwater all this time, aren't they didn't have their minds taken over. So yeah, and also Peter hasn't bringing over his original suit. So yeah, Peter's now back in his original Spider-Man costume, and he has the forces of Otto's henchmen helping him out, along with Anna Maria. So Peter goes to Oscorp, breaks in. He tries to find that little helmet contraption, and he only is met with the spiders saying, "We've been waiting for you, Peter." And then that's when
Burn the whole
Robbie,
house down.
yeah, that's when Robbie Robertson, J. Jonah Jameson, and Aunt May all show up, and they too are superior.
They have to kill him.
Hey, at that
This
point,
man,
Austin.
this is the only man that's been inside your aunt like 4 different ways. You have to kill
Okay, you said it, not me, Austin. Like, I didn't think of it that way, but yeah, yeah. Hey, at that point, when all your loved ones are superior, why don't you just join the party, Austin? You know?
him. Imagine going up and be like, "Damn, my whole family been out on Octavius." Like that's such a weird statement to be able to say.
They don't seem to be complaining. If anything, they want to share that experience with you, you know?
I hate it here.
Just have a spider crawl up your nose. It won't hurt a bit. But they get to battling, and Jameson brings out his Doctor Octopus tentacles. You know the tentacles that had a crush on Spider Man.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. They make an appearance here, and apparently the tentacles became superior. I don't know how a spider was able to get inside a tentacle, but yeah, go figure.
Life finds a way.
Yeah, yeah. There you go. There you go. Quote Jurassic Park. So now you get back to the original Otto Octavius. He comes up to the Empire State Building and to make his acquaintance with the superior Spider Boy, as their as the superior Spider Boy tells Otto their plan. They're going to use the power of supernova to expand the wavelength of Spider Boy's spider abilities to possess all the spiders in the world. And with that, all the spiders will be infecting the rest of the people in the world, thus making this whole world a world filled with Otto Octaviuses. The entire planet will be the Otto Octavius Empire, audience.
I
Yay!
hate
Look,
it here.
he's not trying to take over the world, okay? He's just trying to share his genius with the world, all right? Like, damn. I like
I
I
hate it
like
here.
how you're the last man standing on this, Austin. Like,
That's why I had gone for it like 5 minutes before I got here too. I'm tired as hell.
okay. Anyway, yeah, that's how the book ends, audience. And yeah, if Jake and Witch are still with us,
I am still with you. I'm just also looking at other things on my phone.
okay, okay.
If
I'm
Jake
still
was
here,
still with
audience.
us,
I never leave. You can never get rid of me.
Oh, could try, man. If you could last through Spider Boy and my Otto Octavius ramblings, you could stick through here with anything. Like,
Yeah, because I've known you since like 2020.
yep,
So
that's
a
true.
while.
That's true.
It's been a while.
Anyway,
Look,
yep.
he's known him since COVID. That's crazy.
COVID. Keep in mind,
All took
I just graduated. I was just fresh out of high school, but when I first met these guys.
Wow. All it took was a pandemic for us to unite.
Yeah, it all started with a movie about a possessed car. If you know, you know.
Yep,
I kind
yeah,
of want to watch that again. We watched it 2 times. I'm
We
gonna watch
should
it
watch
again.
that
That,
again. For a movie night, we should
yeah.
watch that again.
that should be an anniversary movie.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Anyways.
Anyway, audience, that's it for tonight. Like,
Bye.
comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Bye,
And maybe
audience.
one day
Yeah,
you'll
and
be superior.
also on their Twitter,
Yeah.
convince Cryptid to start posting this shit on Spotify. Convince
Yeah.
Cryptid to convince us to get us to post our videos on Spotify.
Gotcha. All right, audience. Bye.